No, be in mind up and living with Kendrick.
Yo.
Yeah.
What it
What
do?
you over there rubbing your hands like Birdman for? Nigga? Like, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, this has been a productive week. You know what I mean? I gotta rub my hands like.
Actually, I'm shit about to start a fire, nigga. What you talking about?
You
Like,
feel me? Nah,
I think
my shit's always moisturized. You know what I mean?
We should start it off with what happened this week. Can we talk about that real quick?
Yeah. Word on the street, man. They calling you diarrhea. They calling you diarrhea ace, man. What's up with that, man?
Man, you gotta stay tuned to the next episode of the Dailyrapupcrew, man. Well, not the next episode.
I mean, can you inform people what happened this week already?
Well, you know, I called in for those who don't know already. You know what I mean? I called into the Breakfast Club because they had a topic about diarrhea making you miss an opportunity, right? So I called in. You know what I mean, I had a story about a time I was supposed to meet with somebody that worked up there, and I end up. Nah, I mean, well, the story I told was stomach was bubbling. But if I want to hear the real story, I got to tune in for to the next episode of Daily Rap. You know what I mean? But you know what I mean, we got. Huh?
You shitted on yourself. That's what you're saying.
No, that was a story. That was a story I made up. That's not the story that really happened.
So you got
yeah, everybody put diarrhea ace. That's his new nickname, diarrhea ace in the chat, man. Like, you know what I'm saying, like, I can't spell it, Google it. Like, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. Y'all call it what y'all want, man. Y'all call it what y'all want, man. All right, man.
Put the shit emoji on top of a spade.
I do be shitting on a lot of y'all. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying, you know, you shit on yourself. That's the real thing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so clearly, what eventful, anything eventful happened for you, Jew? I know obviously you ain't topping what Ace did, but you know what I'm saying.
Oh no, I wasn't on the Breakfast Club. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. My son did get somebody out in his baseball game today. You know what I mean? Shout out to my boy. You heard? I'm like one of those. I'm realizing like I'm one of those parents that you don't take to your kids' events. Like I'm just like extra screaming, yelling. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. I'm not the person. I'm ready to push other little kids. Like they was all playing and stuff in the dugout, and you know they being kids. But I'm looking at my son like, you know what I mean? They playing like I'm like, yo, snuff him, like, oh, you gonna get snuffed. Like, and I don't know why.
Well, you get that's bro. Toxic, man. That's toxic.
It is. But yo, I'm just saying, I'm very much one of the serious.
As a boy, that's how you know what I mean. You become a man. You toughen up. You know what I mean, by having them little horse playing. You know what I mean, times.
Yeah, I also know when you around your parents, you got to be the stronger one. I don't know.
Damn, you put unnecessary pressure on him like that, man. Like,
yo,
he first of all, he a fun kid, like bubbly, like, you know what I'm saying, like.
Then we have a topic about this. Like, you rather an absent parent or a toxic parent? Like, you looking real toxic right now. Man.
I'm not toxic, man. I'm saying
I
also motivate him to get 2 singles.
And if you don't snuff him, I'm gonna snuff you. That's toxic, man.
That's toxic. He's snuffing you. What's up?
Wait, he got snuffed?
He ain't get snuffed. He kept like grabbing his shirt. Like, I just can't deal with it. No. You know what I mean? Because he told him to chill, but he, you know what I mean, looking at me like, what should I do? Green light. There's always a green light with me.
So when he looked at you, like, you was like,
you looking at me, you already know my answer. I'm sorry. I don't know.
You on your little ball.
Yo, man, let me know in the chat if somebody pulling your kid looking at you for the green light, you giving them the green light, or y'all stopping it. I don't know.
Wait, but they was play fighting, all right? You act like a serious confrontation. Like now it's about to be a serious confrontation because you telling them
it gotta be. You yanking my shirt. You yanking me out my shirt. Get out of here, my boy.
I agree with giving the green light, but telling him snuff him or I'm gonna snuff you, that's a little extra.
I ain't say it, but I'm pretty sure he knew that's what my face was saying. But you know what I'm saying? Your kids be reading your face, man. They know what looks look like. You know what I'm saying? Let me just keep it PG, man. Yo, shout out to everybody tuning in, man. I'm trying to.
I want to shout out the new member, Chad Palmer. I mean, shout out to you, man. You look good in the green.
Yo, speaking of which, man, I know I'll be telling y'all to join the member. Y'all gotta join the membership. I dropped the 100 episode early with Chinese Kitty, man. Y'all gotta tune into that one. That one is you know, crazy out there, like, you know what I'm saying? But we got plenty of behind the scenes footage. So make sure you hit that membership. That's a whole week early. That's even more than a week, like, you know what I'm saying, early. So
I should make a story. I should make a video telling my story and release it for the members. You know what I mean? That's what I'm gonna do.
Oh, yeah, you definitely gotta do that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
You do
Charlemagne. First of all, Charlemagne he shitted on us. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because of you, he shitted on all of us, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? When he said, more story, don't date a podcast, and now we gotta, you know what I mean? Now we out here looking bad because of you.
Yo, how are we having a whole podcast event to say don't date a podcast? That's crazy.
And that nigga basically a podcaster. He got a podcast.
Saying, bro. Like, yo, this man, he was just hating at that point. I ain't gonna hold you, man. He was hating,
man. But you know what I mean. So I mean, but shout out to you, man.
Yeah, super chats earlier, man. Merciful said, "My name is Drew. What it do?" Why they keep calling you Drew? Yeah. Fresh hat, fresh shoe, never scared to top dollars, so cop the merch too. Okay, he wrote an intro bar for you right there. Okay.
No, I'm stealing that shit. Next episode, I'm gonna just switch it from Drew to Jew. It's right there.
The crazy part is Jew be having ghostwriters for the show. Y'all just don't even be knowing.
Oh my goodness,
shout out to Andrea. Older women come with baggage, luggage, and storage boxes. Okay.
God damn, we ain't even get into the topic yet. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Starting early.
Motherfuckers on that shit. Motherfuckers. Before we do get to the our guests, before we introduce our guests and then get into these topics, so y'all could talk y'all shit. I do want to play this clip real quick because I seen it. And, I felt some type of way about it, man. I'm going to play it real quick, and then I'm going to get y'all thoughts on it.
Latin people, we're the largest ethnic group in America, the oldest ethnic group. We built this country. We suffered in this country. We were oppressed, and we're thriving. We add $2.8 trillion to the GDP every year. If we were our own country, we'd be the 5th largest economy in the world, bigger than England, bigger than Italy, bigger than Brazil. And that's just in America. So I found Latin excellence all over America.
Yeah, I ain't gonna hold you. When he said that we built this country, definitely made me feel some type of way.
They was here building the country too. I don't remember that.
I don't know. I know immigrants did contribute. I get that, but the you know what it is. This is why I dislike the whole term of black and brown. You know what I mean? Because again, black people, we so want to be kumbaya with everybody, hold hands with everybody, but nobody don't give a fuck about, you know what I'm saying, us. You get what I'm saying? And when they talk about their community, they don't never include us. But
he clearly said Latino.
Yeah, we are always including everybody else. And the fact that he said we built this country, we know damn well that, Black American indigenous slaves built this country. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's almost the same way, just of immigrants in general. Like, they almost disregard the work that, Black Americans have done in this country and just disregard it. And of course that, when I hear stuff like that, it kind of triggers me, and it's like, okay, all right, well.
Well, I want to ask, I mean, should we feel away? Like, are we wrong for feeling away? Because, I think once we say something, it's like, well, they black too, or whatever. Like, am I wrong?
I think he should at least mention black people. Like you say, he shout out the Latin community. Like, everybody knows that black people built this country. You know what I mean? So it's like,
not according to his
information. Not according to him, you can't. Own that. Like, everybody come over here and they don't do that. Like,
and not according to the history books in the next 5 years.
I mean, that's why he needs to shout us out. So we should feel some type of way about that. I ain't gonna lie to you.
All right, well now I know.
I need to. Like, they don't do it. I'm telling you, they never include us in anything that they do. Like, but we always include them with all of our language. Like, you know what I mean? So
I remember them getting their ass whipped.
Even when we say minorities, who else we including? Like Latinos, like, you get what I'm saying? Like Arabs, like, we are including everybody into our language when we fight for these equal rights. You know what I mean? So I don't know, man.
Arabs is in the minority community.
Of course. Like, how much of that minority mean? Like the minimum, like the minimum of the population. Like, you know what I'm saying? They don't make up that much of a large population.
Okay. Got you.
So I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm just thinking too much into it. Let us know in the comments, man. Maybe I'm just over. You know what I mean? I'll be like over exaggerated shit apparently. So I mean, so I don't know. Let us know in the comments. Anyway, we're gonna introduce these guests. We're gonna get straight into these topics. Obviously, we're gonna talk about the Marques Houston situation. Play some videos, and then we're gonna get into that.
I don't mean no.
Yo, lady, you supposed to pull up on the stream. What's up? Like, you know what I mean?
I don't mean no disrespect, but you definitely giving me go home Roger vibes right now too. I ain't gonna hold you. Yo, put a one in the chat if Eli looking like go home Roger, man. Put one in the chat, man.
I gotta figure out how he looked. Like, I mean, I gotta. Hell no. I'm thinking about sister. I don't know. They get like, you know what I'm saying.
You never had that hairstyle before? I'm gonna find a photo.
That's a regular dark seas. Everybody got that hairstyle.
He ain't got no season, nigga. He had the little braids, nigga.
Oh yeah, he did have
Ace's Breakfast Club full code was a mess. I mean, I was out here. I was out here.
So was his underwear supposedly on that phone call?
Yo, anyway, Andrea said we built his career by putting him in our movies. Oh yeah, that's a fact too. He be in a lot of black movies, man. I ain't gonna lie.
This is a fact, man. Like, I mean, anyway, man, let me get to these guests, man. Like, you know what I mean, we over here talking our shit, man. Yo.
Hello.
How you doing? Hey.
I'm doing good. It's still sunny.
You in the West Coast, right?
Yeah, I'm in the Bay.
Okay. Shout out to the Bay, man. Like, can you introduce yourself and where people go follow you at?
Yes. Hi, everybody. My name is Shay, also known as Shay as Love on Instagram. I am a educator, and I'm currently working with the San Francisco Public Health to advocate for healthy and safe sex. So y'all can find the information on my Instagram, but basically what we do is we offer free at-home STI kits. So you can do it in the privacy of your own home, and you can make sure, you're safe while you're having sex.
Okay. We actually really need more. We need more of that in our community, especially. Like, I mean, but so shout out to you. Let me get the Yazzie next. Yo.
You can see me?
Yes.
Yeah. Hey y'all, my name is I'm from Cali. I live in Lancaster. Right now I have a clothing brand that I'm branding. It's called Mrs. My Instagram name is wannabe Pocahontas. B is a single letter. And yeah, I'm excited to be here.
You got music playing in the background?
Yeah, sorry. Because when y'all was talking, I had it go because I was like, I don't know if everybody can hear or not.
Got you. I know your friend is in the back, but it says it's disconnected, so I don't know if I guess you're gonna reconnect.
I don't know. I disconnected because she said I don't think they can hear me, and then I was like, they're inviting us on, so
yeah, tell her I guess leave and rejoin, and then we'll add her back or whatever the case is. So listen, man, I appreciate y'all for pulling up to the live stream. We did have a couple more people, but not sure what happened to them. But we're gonna hold it down, man. I believe we got a solid crew. So get into this first topic. Do y'all think the BBL trend is over? Because I see a lot of women nowadays taking out their BBLs and trying to get back to that natural look, and you know what I mean. So do y'all think that trend is over, or do y'all think it's still gonna continue to happen?
I think. Oh,
go ahead.
So I think with anything, right, a trend is always going to have then it's going to have a fall. And I think right now what we're seeing, because, breasts have been being done forever, right? So they know the risk and the reward of it. But I think with the BBL, a lot of people didn't understand what it was going to do to your body. And you don't know science. And these doctors are not like, they're going to keep pimping. They're going to keep collecting their money. But it is extremely dangerous to get a BBL. From the actual physical procedure of injecting the fat in your body, you can burst anything in. So it is the most dangerous, and it has the most negative effects, right? So I'm not going to go into too much science. I'll dive in a little bit, but if y'all have questions, and if you think as a woman, BBL, talk to me, baby. But yeah, I think that the trend is slowly dying because these women are like, look, I'm not healthy, I'm not okay, and they need to speak about it a lot more.
Yeah, what really gets me is that the motivation to work out and be fit and live this healthy lifestyle after you get the surgery. It was like you could have did that before you got the surgery and lived a way healthier lifestyle, You know what I mean? Now you want to be more, I guess, because they have the results already. So it's more motivation for them to keep the results there. I guess maybe that's the logic of thinking. Yazzie, what's your thoughts on it? You think the trend is dying down?
I think the trend is dying down. I think more women are gravitating towards natural, but just like she said, it's a trend. So I remember like when I was a kid, like the music videos, like to be a vixen girl, like a big butt and everything like that. It slowly died down, and then it was like focusing on slim women, and then like the trend came back with the big butt and the breasts and all that stuff like that, and then it came back in our time when we have social media. So it influenced like other girls to do it more often. I mean, well, to do it more than what they will do it. But I do feel like it's dying down. I do feel like, just like to piggyback off, she said, and more women are gravitating being natural. Because it's kind of weird, like women would do all that to have a natural look. So I don't really know. Like,
that shit, a lot of that shit don't be that. They be looking like ants in that motherfucker. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yo, small ass legs, big ass, like, you know what I mean? So, you know,
I see them tooth look like wisdom tooth because they had a small, and hips be right and the butt all bubbly.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think it's attractive, but I mean, it's on. So,
yeah, fellas, what's your thoughts?
You want to go first, Ace? Or?
I guess.
I want to say that the trend is changing, but I don't know how much women can actually change the procedure that they probably got have for in the first place. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if they went to the proper channels to get this work done, and now you want to take it out. I don't know. They kind of prideful what success they got from there. You ain't gonna be the top stripper if you that fat ass that you just was making all the money off. I'm kind of thinking they happy with that. No disrespect to them. Like, I think they should, be happy to be natural, but I think a lot of women see so much success coming from what they're getting with this BBL and the attraction that they're getting, all the gifts, all the money, all the attention. I don't think they're ready to change it. It's not like a high percentage of people. We have a few celebrities that's, toning it down, but I mean, for the average woman that does have it, she's still getting things out of it. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm in agreement with you. I don't think it's dying down. As long as men like ass and titties, like women gonna try to compete the best way they know how to. And if you ain't got it, you gonna go get it. Like, so I mean, I hear you saying it's dying down, but that's not what I'm seeing. I go out every day, I see a girl with a BBL.
But it's also a maintenance too. I don't think the girls know that it's a maintenance, because depending on go every 5, 7, or 7 to 10 years, you have to redo it. Like, like it's not just a one-stop shop and it's there forever. Like it's something that you have to keep up with. Like, so every 5 to 7 years, you have to be ready to spend the money and ready to go back into surgery and ready to like basically put your life on the line. But honestly, I don't think there's nothing wrong with it. Like, I don't think there's nothing wrong with it. But I just feel like it's gravitating to.
I don't know, like we all up here like natural women. I seen a comment earlier today. He said that a woman commented and said men like natural women who look good. You can't just be natural with a sloppy body, right? So I was like, I actually got a point, you know what I mean? So what do the women with the sloppy body do? You know what I mean? Like, they're not gonna get in the gym, so they go. I mean, people always gonna try to find the easy way out.
I think that you know what it is? I think BBL became so accessible to people that it's almost like a I don't know, it's kind of like a turnoff to some people now. It's like anybody could go to your nearest McDonald's now and order the BBL special. Like, you get what I'm saying? So it's like I don't know, man. Because it's so accessible now, it lost its appeal to most people, most women, I would say. That could be me. That just could be my opinion. But I think natural, maybe it is a trend thing. Maybe because more men are expressing how they prefer natural women, and now women are seeing like, okay, well, the women that I've seen actually get in long-term successful relationships are the women that normally have the natural bodies. Usually the women with the BBLs are the ones that just get piped on. You know what I mean? They're a good time. You know what I mean? Like, they'll get the attention, sexual attention, but they don't really retain those relationships normally, long-term relationships or marriages. You know what I mean? But I guess it depends on what you want the BBL for. Do you want it for validation? Do you want it as an investment because you want to, be able to use? You want men to spend money on you so you can save your own money? Like we have women on the show say to save, like, you know what I mean? So I guess it depends on what you're using the BBL for, like, you know what I mean? Michi, what's your thoughts on this? Do you think the BBL trend is dying?
Not at all.
Not at all?
Not at all. No, I don't think it's dying because just like he said, I go to the gym now and it's so many like bubble butts walking around through there. And I'm just like, oh my God, it's a new face every day. My bad, y'all. I'll be talking a little shit, so y'all gotta, vibe with me though. But yeah, it's just right. It's a lot. And I don't see it stopping because just like y'all said, you got women they want to be more attractive to men. You have few that want to do it for themselves. You have some that's doing this OnlyFans stuff and they making this money off of these asses. So I don't see it dying down no time soon, but I definitely don't think that they know is touching on what she said, that what all comes with it is not a one-stop shop. You definitely have to keep going back. You definitely have to keep it up. It's a lot to having a BBL, and it's very, very, very dangerous. Like very dangerous. They said, I actually was reading on that is like the worst surgery to have. And I'm just like, wow, like I didn't know it came with so many, so many things, but I'm like laughing because I didn't grab a few BBLs in my life, and I'm like, a lot of these girls, I don't know what doctors they're going to, but they got sandbags. Like, they real heavy out here. Like I don't know what's going on, but they ain't seeing the right person though. So, if you're gonna get it done, I just say if you get it done, at least let it be for you. And you feel me? Make sure you see the right doctor.
Right.
Yeah. Kayla, what's your thoughts on it? You think the BBL trend is dying?
I don't feel like it's going anywhere, but I do feel like sooner or later it's going to be a drastic decline of women actually getting BBLs. So I think like more women are now noticing that is now going out of style. They're looking at a more religion approach. It's really for BBLs every 6 months. And there's also a lot of health risk with that. So I believe, it's going to drastically decline, but I don't think it's never going to go anywhere.
Right.
And listen, I want to put all the pressure on the women. Listen, it's a lot of guys out here getting them BBL too. Don't let them fool you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
don't let them fool you with that liposuction and them abs too.
Implants, the chest implants. I'm talking to you, Drake. But it's a bicep implants. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Eli just came off of surgery.
Eli just got a BBL too. Any question? I just seen it in the chat.
What is a BBL? Real?
They give them like a nice little like plump. It look like a little athletic type of booty. They ain't got no cake like girls, but they are giving the niggas a little cakery though. They are. I follow a couple of surgeons and I be looking. But yes, these men are out here getting lipo. They getting the fat sucked out their man chest. They getting abs put in. It's crazy out here. These dudes is going ham too.
That's great.
So it looked more like as if they bench press, like But I never could imagine a nigga wanting to get a BBL on his ass.
Oh, girl, I'm gonna send something to your DM. They out here getting asses.
Hey, that's great.
They out here with the rental booties.
I was talking to a guy. And he told you if y'all was talking to
y'all ass look better than mine.
If y'all was talking to a guy and he had a BBL, how would that make y'all feel?
What? If our man had a BBL?
What?
If you talking to a guy and he told you he got some surgery done, some ab implants, chest implants, how would that make you feel?
And I him the same.
Yeah.
I don't have to break up with him. I'm not gonna be with no man that got a BBL or no implant.
That's equivalent. That's equivalent to a man busting the splits in front of you. That's gay. I'm sorry. It's gay.
Yo, why you gotta be gay? God damn! Like, you know what I'm saying? What happened if he insecure? He
what if he go get his ass done? His ass look better than mine. Like,
No, but
Like,
is the BBL just pause that the bum area? Like, or I thought that if he do his abs and chest, that's still not like a part of it.
no, that is a Brazilian butt lift.
Yeah.
No, that's
All right,
just
so
your butt. Yeah.
what is it when they take out the fat and make them like more brolic? What's that?
A liposuction.
Lipo.
Oh, okay.
Lipo and like muscle. But I will.
Yeah, because I seen that on Botched. A guy came and he had fake muscles in his arm. Like it was fake muscles. It was a breast silicone in his arm, and it just looked like buff all day. It wasn't attractive.
That's so nasty.
Like,
yeah.
Like I can't even feel on my man. Like, what if I want to rub your chest and your arms and your back, and I'm be like,
But, I mean, imagine how men feel when we got rubber ass and that shit hard as a rock.
Right.
So this is the thing, right? I think that's something that a lot of younger women need to know is as you get older, your body will feel out. And not for all women, but for a lot of women, you know, our metabolism slow down and you get it in the right places now, trust me. And so it's like just give your body time to develop. Like these girls are not even giving their bodies time to like really fully develop. Like my body at 20 do not look like my 30-year-old body. And baby, I like my 30-year-old body. Okay. Your girl, okay. But it's like they don't see that. They want instant gratification and they want it so fast, right? But the scary part too is after your metabolism slow down and you got a fat ass, you're gonna continue to gain weight, right? And fat attracts fat. So the science behind that you're gonna gain weight in the area that has the most fat. So when you gain the weight, now your ass gonna be huge, you gonna be bigger, and then when you try to lose weight, you're gonna lose weight slower in your ass. Again, that's gonna be the area that's hardest to lose fat. So you're gonna be looking skinny with a big old butt. It just doesn't make sense.
I don't know if y'all are familiar with the lady who does the kaleidoscope hair products, though. The real BB Judy. If you guys know who she is, the Brat's wife. And so, if y'all notice, when she gains weight, her butt expands so far. All them fat cells they just going crazy in her ass. When she lose weight, it shrink up a little bit. But you know when she gaining her weight, because I'm talking about it looked like two of me balled up in her pants, in the back of her pants. Like it just don't be right at all. But that's just like people think they getting them fat transfers and they finna kill. Oh, it's natural. It's just the fat transfer. Yeah, just like you said, fat attracts fat. So them fat cells are going to continue to grow and that ass is going to start expanding after a while. That's why they be going crazy in that gym. You know, I'm starting to understand now going to the gym. I'm like, y'all really have to keep this up and tone this up. It's a non-stop job now since you got off that table. Like, just for maintenance. Like, it's crazy.
And if you was lazy, to be lazy after the surgery, because not all girls are going to the gym. Like the percentage is very small of the BBL girls that go to the gym, and that's why the jobs look so botched. They don't look good. They do not look good in person.
So I'm like, no. But
you're on mute. You're on mute.
My fault. One of the things I always say is, you know, one of the things I love about Black women is the natural beauty of Black women. Like, you know what I mean? This is why Black women are the main ones saying that everybody's trying to copy the blueprint of a Black woman. Like, you get what I'm saying? But it frustrates me when I see so many pictures of Black women coming from the Columbias, getting pushed through the wheelchairs throughout the airports. You know what I mean? And it confuses me because I'm saying, well, if Black women are the prototype, why are so many Black women out here going to get their bodies done if y'all are the prototypes, which I believe. But again, I'm seeing so much of the culture dictate the you know, the BBL lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. It's just kind of like a contradiction.
I have theory on that, right? So what they do is they make Black people feel very insecure. They make Black girls feel very insecure. So they steal it from us, repackage it, and sell it back. That's literally what we do in America. We're a consumer society. It's actually really embarrassing. So I think Black people and Black people in particular, we really do have to own that. Like, we really got to stand on the fact that we are the prototype. Lips, they want bigger hair. They want bigger lips. They want Black men. Let's talk about it. Okay. They want what comes from our work. And we don't stand in that. Like, we do not stand in that. And as a community, we really do. And I think Black women should gatekeep our beauty. We should gatekeep our beauty. Absolutely. I'm not attracted to what doesn't look like me.
Yeah, that's fair, man. I think I believe so, man. But again, man, it's just like I said, I don't know if it's going to die down. You know, it is what it is at this point. The most we could do is continue to promote natural beauty. I have, this is what I say all the time. I have been victim of, you know, when we always say, oh, guys be liking pictures of women with the BBLs or whatever the case is. Listen, to my defense, I don't know what be natural and what be, some of that shit be looking good as, like, you can't tell unless the belly button is blatantly like you know what I'm saying? Like,
it look like a coin slot, like you just stick a quarter right in it.
Some of the surgery be looking real, like you don't know. So and then she got the gym pictures. So I'm thinking, hey, she's in the gym. She got that body work. Like, you get what I'm saying? So my first initial inclination is not to think that, oh, damn, she got her body done. You get what I'm saying? Like, I always say this. I was a very big fan of SZA before she got the outrageous BBL. I could have swore that was just naturally built black. I didn't even know SZA had all this work done to her. So I was just in love with the idea of that she was a natural black woman. I thought that was her. It wasn't until like recently I found out that she had work done prior to her being at Vic right now. She had a work done on her face, work done on her nose. She had, you know what I mean?
The natural consultations, like, oh, I want the natural look. Like, I don't know what that is, but they come out with like as if they didn't have work done. I would rather pay for that if I was going to get it done, you know. But yes, she said I just found that all that was.
So in my head, I'm thinking like this is a natural black woman. She's just gorgeous, and come to find out this whole time she has been getting work done. Like I've seen pictures of SZA got famous, and
yeah, SZA look crazy.
It's a whole different woman. Like, you get what I'm saying? So
I'm not gonna cap though. Whatever her SZA and whoever, she must have went to them girls, them Kardashians, be going to or something. Because SZA her work is good though in her face. I ain't even gonna cap. SZA looks really, really nice. I give it to her. But that's what cracks me up though about the face surgery though. Like, y'all go get this face surgery done. These dudes be flocking to these women, and y'all get these women pregnant. They gonna have that face that she had before all that.
That's a fact.
That is true. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's why you be confused when the baby come out. Like, yo, this baby don't look
This
like
ain't my baby.
You over here.
That's right.
Like, look, that's scissor. No, that's not scissor. That's scissor.
That's for y'all funny.
Eli, you not fucking with SZA right now?
I can't give her the credit that she deserved, man. I can't.
I ain't ask you that, man.
I don't know. I can't fuck with SZA right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not saying like I hate her or whatever the case is. It's just, again, I cannot give her the same credit as I could give a woman who is naturally beautiful, like God born. You know what I mean? Like, anybody got the money and could just be like, yo, I want to look like this. They go to the doctor and be like, I want to look like this. That's cheating to me. Anybody could look that way, and I can't give you the same credit as somebody who isn't. You know what I mean? So I'm very disappointed.
I understand that.
Yeah.
So do you think that SZA was beautiful before she got that work done?
Oh yeah.
It's fine.
Which again, the BBL that y'all see in SZA now, the thick SZA, prior to that, the slim SZA, the one I used to praise, that was a product of her getting work done as well. It just wasn't blatantly as obvious as it is now. Huh?
Yeah, I'm talking about all natural.
Picture, and I'm just like, nah, this not her.
She wasn't popping. The face wasn't popping before. I'm sorry, it wasn't giving.
She was a cute chocolate John. I like that.
Pull up that picture where they got her old face and her new face side by side. Those are two different women. That SZA is not cracking. I'm sorry.
Like,
I still think that
ugly. Like, you get what I'm saying?
Nah,
nose is different.
Days, you know.
Oh yeah, nah.
Yeah,
but
crazy.
That's makeup. One is without makeup. One is with makeup.
No, one is with face surgery and one is without face surgery.
One she got her daddy's nose, and the other one she got the white girl.
She has makeup on in both of them. One of them is just a surgical face, and the other one is her God-given face.
She looked broken the fourth. That's what it is. She looked like she ain't had no money.
Money do change people. Look at Jonathan Majors. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's a whole nother conversation. But I seen the pictures of him before he was brolic and muscular like that. Nigga look like he looked like, you know what I mean? He didn't look like how he looked now. That's what I'm gonna say. So yeah. Let me get to this next topic. We got any
Hold on.
I think a lot of females, like the celebrities, they try to keep up with the trend. So that's why you see them getting like all those injections botched up, plastic surgery, because they're trying to keep up with the trend. And then half of them do have low self-esteem. So,
but that shit is spreading like wildfire. It's not even the celebrity; it's the average woman walking up and down the block now.
Yeah, you got women in high school contemplating surgery, like, you know what I'm saying, like straight out of high school, like they going to the doctor, like, you get what I'm saying, like, so that's crazy, like, you know what I mean?
Oh, like Mulatto young. How old is she?
I don't know how old.
Like 23. Mulatto.
Yeah, she gotta be young.
Early 20s.
Yeah, she's
real quick, Kayla, do you have YouTube on in the background?
Huh?
Do you have YouTube on in the background?
No.
Because there's like an echo on your end. There's an echo on your end.
It could be my speaker.
But yeah, so real quick, read that super chat real quick. My fault.
Yeah, shout out to Tyson Horton. He said, I got here a little late. Huge fan of you guys, but to answer your question, do older women come with baggage? I think yes, they do. But don't older men too? Life is hard on both males and females.
That's, I mean, true. We definitely gonna get into that. Like, I mean,
we got one more from Andre. Andre, I've been watching women and men flying down here to Cali, Colombia 5-6 times for surgeries. Most women don't hit the gym after.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it is.
I would never get that down. I ain't going to the gym. I'm lazy.
Who ain't going?
I ain't gonna front. They probably feel like they ain't got to go to the gym because that coochie getting worked out. As soon as they can fuck, I'm telling you, they getting it worked out. They working it out somewhere. I'm telling you.
Burning
you got to pay it off. They sweating. I'm telling. All right, y'all don't believe me. Go ahead.
Yo, nah.
But say like for women getting all the work done and everything like that, play a part in it too because the men are promoting a certain look that they like. So women want to feel liked and they want to be attractive. So women will pay to be attractive so they can date a certain type of man. So I feel like, you know, like I wouldn't say they play a part because nobody can influence you to do anything, but for women who are weak-minded and doing it for like, you know, to be around a certain type of crowd, that's the reason why. Because men, not saying you guys, but men promote like, oh, I like a fat ass and big titty, and I like my Coke bottle frame and all that. So women are trying to be the image that the men portray that they like.
I think
I do like a fat ass. I mean, I could live. I can live without the titties, but I don't mind a little stomach neither. You know what I mean? A little stomach is cool.
Two things though. Most women would say they don't get a BBL for a man, and second, most men like natural women though. You get what I'm saying? Which, you know, back to Eli's point, the prototype is a black woman. Black women are naturally curvy. You know what I'm saying? And I think most women should wait for their body to develop, like you said as well, because I've seen a lot of women that was toothpicks turn into, you know what I mean, something nice. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think that women also don't consider it. If you're doing it for the value of male attention, it'll never be enough. It will never be enough. And I think that it's Black people, we got to place our values in different places. So, and something that I tell my daughter is a man's commitment is worth way. Men that commit have a different mind, right? Comparative. Because if you got a dude that's like, oh, I like baddies and that's all I want to look at, and that's the only place that his mind is on, what type of man is that to even be dealing with or fooling with? If you're dating me for solely my body, which of course be attracted to me, like I want my man to be attracted to me. But if you are dating me solely because of my body or my beauty, that means as soon as the next bad bitch walk by, you're quite literally gonna be all in her face, thirsty. Like I don't need a man that's driven by his eye and his dick. I'm just that's not where we at. And I will say this too, like as somebody who was slim when I was younger and I filled out, like I got the whatever, it's not always comfortable. You have to also adjust to that body type because you have to adjust to men sexualizing you. Like, this is my body, this is what it looks like, but I be uncomfortable sometimes. Like, I'm in my work clothes, like, layers don't fully cover, but they still look because you can still see the body. So people also need to understand that all attention is not good attention. And people who have this body, it's not like we just out there like, please give us attention. It's like, dang, can y'all stop staring? Like, dang, I'm just trying to get groceries. For real.
That's true, man. Listen, let me get to this next topic. Has the idea of sexual liberation helped or hurt society as a whole? Obviously, when I think of sexual liberation, I think of the increase of, the hookup culture. Like, you know what I mean? Once you see the sexual liberation movement happen, that's when you see more of the hookup culture happen. And listen, I think it's a detriment to society. But what are y'all thoughts? I think it helped or hurt society as a whole.
That's definitely hurtful. Who wants to be just going around just having sex with people? And then like, no, that's like, no, keep the planet green.
That's part of the liberation. It's your body. You can have sex with whoever you want. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sexuality.
1,000%. But like, why do you want to do that? Like, that's the question. Like, that's not healthy. That's mentally unstable. Like, that's toxicity. What's wrong with you? Like, and yes, that's hurtful because you can hurt people's feelings in the process. You playing with people. You could just be wanting sex. This person wants love her, and she's like, that's not. Yes, and then also too, like the OnlyFans and the everything that comes with internet prostitution and shit like that, it makes people want to do it because if they see like it's money and stuff like that. So people just doing stuff like not even knowing like that ain't cool. Like that ain't cool at all. So what I think.
Yo, Michi, what's your thoughts on this? You think the sexual liberation movement has helped or hurt society as a whole?
I definitely feel like it's hurt society. I feel like mine's are pretty much the same as hers. It's just not cool to just be. I don't understand the movement of just the fucking and sleeping around and I'm gonna do what I do. It's my body. I'm gonna just carry it the way I want. Like move how I want to move. But I definitely think a lot of things that are going on is just not cool. It's just everything is just so easily accessible these days. Like you ain't gotta work for nothing no more. Like it's like, I mean, shit. Like if I don't send my nigga new, he gonna for sure see it on the gram somewhere. You feel me? It's somewhere somebody's promoting. Hey, come to my OnlyFans, $5.99 right now. You feel me? Like it's just everywhere. I don't think it's cool at all.
Yeah, that's like no. Imagine you with somebody and they paying for somebody OnlyFans.
Right. Seriously.
What's going on? That's crazy.
Is it the fact that he paying for? Because he could be watching porn. It's the same concept. Like, is it the fact that he paying for?
That's a thin line, basically, between like love and hate. Because paying for porn is different. Paying for OnlyFans is like
you're seeing that specific person,
and like you actually like you ain't just stumble across somebody OnlyFans like how you can stumble across a porn star in a video. Like following this person, like that's damn near cheating. Like you'll get like. It's over. Like you paying for.
I ain't gonna hold you. Niggas be having they one favorite, porn lady. I know I used to look up Dior. She got the chocolate.
Like back in the day, it was Pinky. Like it was fucking Cat Stacks.
I was in the check, yeah.
That's different, but fucking Lil Mimi 35 on Instagram. I don't know.
That's cheating though.
It's not cheating, but I will damn near say like I will break up.
You will break up with somebody?
Yeah, because I'm straight. I'm really black and white. I'm real black and white. Like it's either this or it's that. It's like
So
no.
Let's say
I would not want my boyfriend to be paying for anybody's OnlyFans.
So
Like if
let's
you was
say
doing or like we start dating, like I would expect you to stop or whatever. But like if it just come across and I'm just seeing that you paying for OnlyFans, that's definitely questionable, and that's definitely something that will take me from 0 to 100. I would not want to be around you because it's like, that's why are you paying for OnlyFans?
wow.
Right? Because I feel like there's sex work is work. I'm not gonna knock it, right? People have been since the beginning of time, and I do think that there's a certain they deserve to be paid. We just gonna call it for what it is. If she's showing her coochie, she ain't doing it for free. So I got a little bit of respect for the fact that she rather for a little paid than not. But I want to go back to the hookup culture thing, right? Because you said something easy. You said, why are you doing it? So when I'm working with my clients, which is mostly Black women, that is the number one question I ask. Why are you having sex with that man? Do not call me on my phone. Do not DM me asking me questions. Do not complain about this man that you are laying down with. If you cannot open your mouth and communicate with this man, you should not be laying down and opening your legs. And what I think is going on in society right now is people are hypersexualized but under emotionally developed. And so hookup is this really interesting thing where we are at a gender war, but people are still having sex. I'm like, if y'all hate men so much, why you
fucking more?
I hate women so much, why are we having sex? And it's because that's the only place that we are placing our value. And I think that, again, back to the Black community, and our community specifically, we really do need to see ourselves as more than just our bodies and a sexual experience. We so much more than that. Like we got to get out of that.
Yeah, that's a fact. The crazy part is,
I do got a question real quick though. You said if she's showing that pussy, she should be paid, right? Why do you feel that way?
It's her choice. If she want to show it for free too, look, that's her choice. But I do think that there should be some kind of incentive. I mean, I'm not selling my coochie. I want to give it to my man. I want my incentive with my man to be a mental, emotional, spiritual investment in me. You know what I'm saying? So if she's not seeking that, but she is seeking some kind of compensation for her body, because I want to be compensated for mine too. Okay. Right? I just not doing it in the same way. So her is a little bit different than mine. So I can't be mad. She's got to get it how she live.
I think that's tough because we live in such a. I can understand where you're coming from, but we do live in an era where everything is about the bag. You get what I'm saying? So again, when we have women that are seemingly lowering their morals because he's throwing a certain amount of money at them, that is also an issue. You know what I'm saying? Like they feel like, well, like I said, I got to get compensated. I might as well put a price on me, and now. You're more women are now putting prices on themselves and expecting men to respect it. It's like, well, how can I respect you if you always got a price on you? You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to respect that. You know what I mean? So it's tough because, again, you want men to respect you, but then again, you're telling men that you have a price. You know what I mean? So it's a hard balance. The
problem with that is that people are associating hoe culture and dating culture. It's two completely different things. People are paying transactional sexual experiences, and dating is not the same. It's a different investment. It's a different compensation. If I say this is a person that I want to sleep with, I want to be compensated. But what I'm saying is your time is an investment. Your mind is an investment. The things outside of money are also what I'm needing from an experience with a man that I'm giving my body to. But that is me operating in a dating culture, a healthy dating culture, right? And seeking a relationship versus the transactional experience. Hoes ain't looking for relationships, and women have to stop trying to date like they're Johns, because these men are not clients. You can't treat men like clients and not expect to be treated like a product. So we really have to separate the two. The lines are right now.
But I think where women go wrong, they want to be compensated for their body, and in this culture that we're in, it's like you can get it anywhere. So why would we compensate anybody for their body? You got to bring something else to make me compensate.
Even deeper than that, because it goes to they don't want to be compensated for their body; they want to be compensated for their time. And then when a man usually takes a woman out, okay, when it's time for her to offer something up, she winds up offering her body. You get what I'm saying? I think that's the shit that's really fucking up our community, especially from the women, but on the men's side too, we got to stop fucking everything too and getting it pregnant at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to know. I mean, and I always talk about this, like, you know, we always look at that shit like as a fucking trophy to be smashing Stacy, Rachel, or whoever it is. You know what I'm saying? At one point, we got to focus on ourselves and build and have more than just fucking every girl in your neighborhood. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it got to be more than that.
That's what she said earlier. It depends on the man dating. If a man want to date you because of this, you're gonna get these results. But if you want this, you gonna, you know.
It goes to question though. I'm not gonna say a lot, but a lot of women would just offer pussy. You get what I'm saying? So, and when you do ask a woman what she, you know, what else can she provide besides arguing that, she can't have that conversation. She doesn't want to hold herself accountable. And she just offer pussy again. You get what I'm saying? So it's not much that men are seeing to put value on some women. That's why it's hard to find. Like, when you get a good ass woman, you better keep her, because everything else out here is scary. It's like spooky as fuck.
I also like the fact that you said, I'm not going to say a lot, but a lot of women. Like, yeah,
you know, I had to put the disclaimer. You know what I'm saying?
Now, but I think unfortunately the culture is so over sexualized. You know, when we look at obviously the music, you know, from our end, from the men's end, you know, a lot of it is just, you know, having sex with as many women as possible. And then, you know, when you look at, you know, female, you know, artists, you know, a lot of it is, you know, getting his bag. I'm gonna fuck him till he ain't a rich nigga. Like, you get what I'm saying? So there's so much emphasis on sex and sexual liberation.
Okay.
He dead froze. But I think he's gonna pop back up by now. But yeah, I remember, like, even like growing up, I remember like seeing like you had like 1-2 fast little girls in your neighborhood. Now it's like, I don't know. My son's already talking about girls. There's a lot of them. I don't know. I don't want to point a finger to it. I don't know even where to point at, but
you gotta point the adults at that point. Because for me, I think about the environment that kids are growing up in. One of my homegirls, she works in education, and she called me the other day. She was like, you know, Shay, thank God your kids is good, because girl, these kids be wilding out. And she told me it was this maybe second grade, a little boy talking about, you know, fuck you, bitch, on my dead homies. I'm like, what the on the dead homies? What? But these are babies, right? And so you got to think, like, what are these kids seeing? And this not even the kind of mom that you know, right? You can't be like, Miss Smith, talk to you. You know, I know our kids had a little problem that day. You know, let's talk about it, right? In a respectful way. I've done it with my daughter and people, and we just came to, you know, a conclusion, an agreement. But these are the type of parents, you need to stop telling my kid what to do. Don't be trying to judge my parenting. And it's like, come on, like, we got to do better for our babies. But with social media and parents not paying attention, come on, man, these kids, they are in a very, very
they got a fast lane to adulthood by looking at social media. No matter, like, I've taken, like, you know, the Instagrams, the TikTok from my kid, right? But little by little, it's still ads. There's still YouTube. They could be on kid stuff and adult stuff popping out. They got friends in school who's informing them on stuff like that. So, I mean, it's always going to be hard. Like, we, as parents, we would have to definitely enforce it and be in their mind, their thoughts, and everything. Like, try to, you know, switch the narrative.
Yeah, I don't know how much limiting you can do in terms of, like, what your children are viewing, because I mean, everything is so accessible. They got friends. When they're with their friends, they can look at shit on their friends' phone who parents is not involved in their lives like you are or whatever. So it's like you really got to just focus on raising the personality of your child so they know right from wrong. And even if they do see that shit, they're like, yeah, that's cool, but I'm good on that. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
I think a lot of this stuff stems, like, from home too. And I'm not a mother yet, but I see a lot of people around their children. They're having the wrong kind of conversations. You're talking about shit you shouldn't be talking about in front of your kids. I don't give a damn if they're 2, 3, 15, 5, whatever. You know, there's a lot of raunchy conversations going on. You shouldn't be talking about your new nigga on the phone with your nigga, talking crazy while your baby in the back seat or sitting next to you on the couch watching Baby Shark. You feel me? Like, you shouldn't be holding these arguments, you know, debates and stuff back and forth in front of your children, you know. And I'm like, so I feel like a lot of stuff stems from home, because I see a lot of stuff firsthand, and I'm like, these kids are literally sponges, and they go out and whatever.
Yeah, I don't know what happened, but somebody probably called her. But a lot of parents, especially in these times, I hear a lot like, "Oh, you should allow your child to express yourself," and I just think we letting kids grow up too fast. Like staying in this place, bro. Like I remember, like when a kid used to come into like grown folks, been like, "Oh, stay out of grown folks conversation." You know what I mean? I think that's very important, because it's like, yo, you exposing kids to so much these days. It's like they still got to know their place at the end of the day, man. Let them be a kid.
Yeah, they only got so much time to be a kid, right? Like it's such a small amount of time to be a kid. Let these kids be kids. They do not need to. They do not need to grow up too fast. These babies, man.
Yeah, that's a fact.
I was at like a birthday party, and all the little kids was singing "I Beat the Pussy Up," and I don't even know if they knew what the pussy was, but they was all "I beat the pussy."
Look, I wanna interrupt you. Go ahead and finish, because I have a kid, and my son 9 years old, right? My son only met 2 of my friends. Like he never met any of my friends. I don't do kids play dates. I don't want my kid hanging out with your kid, because I see what you do with your kid. Like, so yeah, like when it be also too, like when it be my friends hanging out with kids and we doing something for the kids, I'll show up without my son. They be like, "Where's Kazil?" I'll be like, "He's at home." Like, because I'm here to drink, I'm about to smoke a blunt, I'm about to have a drink. I do not need my kid to be seeing that. Also, your kid be talking about nigga, bitch, this. Like, I'm cool on that. Like, so I'm a parent, so I don't even play around like that. My kid only met 2 of my friends, and the other one, he wouldn't have met. It was by accident. We was doing something. So I don't even play around like that.
That was
like, I don't even play around like that. So be real. Like, I don't. Like, me too, you know. Like, I have a son. He's not hanging out. We're not chilling with the homegirls, and I'll be with my friends, and their kid is there, but my son is not present. My son's a straight A student. He's like super good. Like, he don't even be around that type of stuff. So that's
I remember. Go ahead.
I'm a mom, and I have a daughter, and I think for me, I have a daughter and a son. And the relationships I've built with my friends, they understand y'all are my village. Like, y'all are my community. Like, we're showing my daughter what it looks like for Black women to have healthy conversations. I just went into business with my friends. My daughter sits in on our business meeting. She taking notes. She's trying to start her. Like, if I can't bring you around my kids, I just don't fuck with you. I'm not even gonna hold you. I can't.
Yeah, that's big. Let me get to this next topic. We got super chats, King.
Oh yeah, we got one from Andre and Andrea. He said hookup culture is in global, mostly in the West, man. Yeah, a lot of these trends is mostly in the West, man. Like,
Andre, I don't know if I could believe you, man.
In the West?
Nah, I think it's more than the West. Why you think niggas is flying out and women's flying out? They fucking all over the world.
You make a point right there.
Right. You got the right pesos, yen, bread, yayo, whatever you selling or whatever you buying, it's out there.
Yeah, we talking about that is true, but that's true. I came out.
I don't know if that's the hookup culture though. We talking about like just meeting somebody. No, we talking about just meeting somebody in the bar, going home, and you talking about something that's transactional. Like they doing that out of like.
It's all of it's transactional.
Nah, this is
you not.
We talking about third world countries that they number one
that's
income is They
a
number one
transaction.
is
Ain't no Guadalupe finna buy you a drink and over here all up on you and all your black friends, and he don't want nothing at the end of the night. He don't want to take one of y'all home. It's definitely a reason why somebody buying you a drink. Everything is
sure,
like
but he
domino
not
affection. Like it's not just.
But he's not walking up to you asking how much. Like that's different.
You talking about one or a couple of men that's going over to different countries. We talking about people in like the men in the same countries as these quote unquote third world countries. They're not talking about no hookup code. You talking about men that got money going and flying and persuading women. Like you know what I mean? That's different from the men
No, I'm talking about
live in their country. They ain't talking about this hookup culture like that. You know what I mean? Because they value family much more over in these other countries as well. So they're not encouraging their daughters to be sexually liberated.
They do value marriage more, but those same dudes be selling their wives. I mean, you're not gonna talk about that either, huh?
They selling their wives and daughters.
I heard it. Niggas be selling it, driving their wives off to get piped. I heard that before.
Yo, shout out to Michael, man. That's the last one of it.
Let me get to this next topic, right? Is someone living with like an incurable STI? You know, I'm still used to saying STD, STI. Reveal that to someone they're dating, and I'll give y'all a backstory on this, right? Somebody that I was dating one time, she had a sister who had HIV, and the sister had a boyfriend, and they were having unprotected sex, and she took her meds or whatever they came to. But I felt, and obviously I could say that it was none of my business, but I thought that was fucked up because he didn't know that she had HIV and it was having unprotected sex. And even though she was taking her meds, he still felt like, well, she didn't have to tell him because she was taking her meds and she couldn't transfer it or whatever the case was. And I thought that was extremely fucked up. And I thought that was a selfish act, but obviously people want to say my business. I get it, whatever the case is. What are y'all thoughts on that situation? Like,
that's a sticky situation because
that's attempted murder. I don't care,
but somebody deserves to know something like that. Like, bottom line.
What happened if it's not detectable?
That's attempted murder.
What happened if they take any meds and it's not detectable?
A 22, nigga.
You hear me, Yavi? That's attempted murder. I don't care.
It can't be passed on once you take your meds, though.
I don't give a
fuck. You need to let me know if you have HIV, herpes. I'm not playing. Yes, I'm gone immediately once you tell me, but you need to tell me. Don't have me sitting here. I'm getting piped down. You feel me? I'm over here giving fellatio to a whole nigga that got herpes and motherfucking HIV. Like, that's crazy because what if he do have a rough day and he skipped to take some meds or something and flare up? I don't know. You feel me? And turn around, boom. Now here I go, walking around because he's cool. Medicine still in his body from yesterday. No, nigga, like, that's attempted murder. Sorry.
I agree 100%. I think it's unfair. I think it's unfair. Yo, like for real, like more than unfair. Like I don't know how to react if someone came and told me that was a scenario. Like after we done did it, I might be on first 48. You get what I'm saying? Like
you gotta bust a bitch watermelon after that.
I just don't think that should be something that somebody makes a decision for me for. You get what I'm saying? That's not one of the things. You could say, oh, you had sex. I would live with saying she had sex with one of my bros and then tell me before you tell me you got an STD. I don't know.
So at what point should they reveal that? Like, you know what I mean?
In the beginning, in the very beginning. I said I could live with I could live with knowing that she held information of having a relationship with one of y'all two before hiding that she had an STD.
Oh, I thought you said something else. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I can't.
So you saying she should be like, "Hi, my name Ashley, and I got HIV." Like, that's how it should go.
I think before that, during that first date,
he said,
yeah, like
during that first date, man. No, man, because now you made me.
No, I definitely think because No, I
think
definitely
if the
think that is
relationship
something
becomes
that should be
sexual.
discussed. Maybe
It
I
should be
think maybe
before.
that's something that should be discussed in the second date or so. Because if y'all see y'all getting serious, I think that's like really embarrassing to have to tell a man that you like, hey yo, like I don't know how to really
You're
tell
right.
you, but
You're right.
I'm HIV
You're right.
positive. Like
That's a point.
I'm not gonna tell you, and we've been talking for 2-3 months dating each other and we liking each other. You know how much of a blower that's gonna be for a bitch you feeling to come tell you some shit like that? Like, bitch, I mean, yeah, I wanted to, I'm rocking with you, but shit, I mean, we all go off of physical attraction first. You feel me?
Also,
come on, man. I thought about beating the Doonies down a couple times. Like, come on now. Like, you know, you gonna tell me some shit like this? But I do have a friend. She does. I have a friend. She does have herpes, and she told me that there are apps. Yeah, there are apps for them to date. I do feel like I don't think that, because even with this specific person, yes, with this specific person, she likes to date regular men. And she comes to me a lot like, should I tell him? And I'm like, absolutely yes, because how would you feel if you were in his shoes? You know, like, you know how these niggas are these days. You feel me? You know, come on now. Like I said, first, a physical attraction is always the first attraction because that's all you get to see first. So it's like, I feel like we're not going to see somebody butt ass ugly and we're going to be like, oh, hold on, turn head. You know, we be like, okay, like, I can see myself macking on that. You feel me? Like, boom, like, all right, we could exchange numbers. Boom. Like, I'm not finna sit here, bro.
How the hell she got a preference for, how the hell she got a, no disrespect to her, but she has a preference to only date men without it?
Yeah, like, she be talking to, she done talked to a couple of the homies. It's not my business to tell your business. That's your job, you know? But it's just like, why do you keep asking me, should I tell you, once you talk to every new nigga? And it's just like, I told you, yeah, with the first three. My answer is staying the same. Yeah. Tell these niggas, because that shit is not fair. It's not cool to play ball or play fire with a nigga like that. Like, that's not straight at all. Like, if I would really like want to, I'm talking about knock your noodles out for some shit like that. Like, come on now.
That's why I'm just
like,
staying
me being a nigga, like, what? I just stuck my dick in a bitch with AIDS? Like, herpes? Like, what? Like, I'm about to be so tripped out, like, it's not even funny. And then sometimes shit don't even be showing up right away. So even though, like, you were saying your girl Peoples or whatever had it, it's like he may be, you know, fucking unprotected and she on meds and she keeping herself A1. Yeah, all right, whatever. But you have a lot of people that didn't find out they had HIV till 10 years down the line and start affecting them. You feel me? So it's just like, no, you're not about to play ball with me like that. Let me know what's up. I'm gone either way, but let me know what's up.
Man or woman, they should be going to jail.
I just want to say, yo, Eli, my idea that I had. I mean, they started with the act. I mean, it's getting there, but
that part.
What I want to say is.
Yo, you know you're wrong. You know you're in the wrong because you don't want to tell the folks what your ideal is. Like,
I just had a good week. I don't want to ruin it. I just chill. I do want to say, I said.
I remember it. I remember the idea.
I just want to say, yo, while we texting, getting to know each other, that should be said before we even go out. Because why I gotta go spend money and waste my money on the first date? Well, you could have told me that before the date, and then we could have cut that off right away. Like, why am I wasting money for, bro?
I agree with you 100%, but I think a lot of those people that's in that situation don't want to get slighted, which I
feel you, man. And
they are ashamed of the situation and the position that they're in.
My heart goes out to people that's living with that. I know it's rough. I feel you. I won't wish that on nobody.
Now that we on this topic, I totally forgot. I personally know somebody, okay? I literally personally know this person, all right? The person that they're dating has herpes and they're still dating that person. Also, they just recently had a baby. So some people are still willing to date people who have STDs that are definitely not reversible. So it's like, like I definitely know this person, like, and it's crazy because this whole time we're talking about it, I didn't even think about them until right now, because it's like this person then had a baby with a person that they know has herpes. This person then lay down, be kissing and everything with somebody that they know have herpes. So I think it's like some people at a point, maybe they just I don't know, because if I feel like maybe if a person
I think herpes are a little different.
Yeah, well, I think they say like 1 in 3 or 1 in 4.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 6 of us on here.
I think herpes may be
got it.
a
It ain't
little
mine.
different.
It ain't me.
Shit, I'm Gucci, but no, I think herpes are a little different. I think other STDs may be more, you could contract them more, a little easier. Herpes, from what I was told, was like if you're having a flare up, if you feel from this specific person, they told me when they feel a tingling sensation, that's when they know they're having a flare up. And when they get like a cluster of bumps, like in their genitals, this is a woman. So in their genitals, they know that they're having a flare up. But if you're not having that, I guess you're safe, because I do be on TikTok and I do see a lot of like herpes positive and another person doesn't have herpes and they got 4-5 kids together and they're making a thing out of this, and I'm just like, wow, like, so I guess herpes may be a little different, but I mean, I'm still not playing with fire like that, though. You feel me?
No.
Herpes. To each his own, but they have their own community, though. They do have their own community. There's apps to them, and if you're a regular man that wants to date them, go get on the apps.
You can still contract herpes even if the person's not having a flare up or not. It's rare, but it can still happen. You know what I mean? So it's not. I think at this point, you might be better off with HIV. I ain't gonna lie to you, because because you could take meds and that shit will be non-detectable and it won't affect you for the rest of your life. I'm honestly, if you're taking your meds. Now, I mean, you can't contract. I mean, you can't give it to the person that you're having sex with at all. Like, there's no chance of them getting it once you're taking your meds. Herpes is a little bit more tricky.
Shay, on mute. Can't hear you.
She's not even on mute. I just can't.
Yeah, we can't hear you.
Can't hear her. No, she on mute now.
Now you're on mute.
I'm mute.
Don't hear.
Yeah, you might have to
go out and come back in.
Yeah, you might have to come back.
Yeah, I want to hear what she said, because she's the sex,
Yeah,
she's a sex doctor.
It's crazy. I told this story before, but there was one girl I was talking to, and we was vibing and everything. Very attractive woman, and we was vibing or whatever. We never went out on a date yet. But she had told me, she had that herpes. You know what I mean? And I didn't know how to react, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, we never did anything sexual, but I didn't know how we react, and I just ended up blocking her. And shout out to that woman. I don't know how I'm shouting her out. I just didn't know. I wasn't educated enough to know how to handle that situation. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I know that made her feel some type of way.
Why you block her though?
Yeah, why you block her? That's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
I was young, man. Like I said, I wasn't knowledgeable enough how to handle that situation, and I felt bad because she felt open enough and comfortable enough to reveal that information to me.
Is she still blocked?
Of course. I mean, not saying she's still. I don't even know her number. She probably still is blocked, but I got a new number, so I mean, it's different. Like, so.
Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, shout out to that woman, man. She watching this. Like,
even if he had this phone number, she was still in blocked.
Yeah.
So what are you saying? Now that you're knowledgeable, you're willing to date someone with herpes?
Yo, Shay, what's your thoughts on this topic? Like,
she asked you a question, man. She asked you a question.
Why you trying to curve that?
I'm dying to hear what Shay. I really want to
watch out for niggas like him.
He trying to find out from Shay if it's a good decision or not. So let him get the information from Shay.
Right, let him get the information first.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I got you.
No, damn well she ain't blocked.
So,
all right, he got a new phone.
He got a new number.
I got jokes now, like that weed. I don't know what y'all smoking on.
Happy 420.
Saying like that 420.
He like, shorty with the herbs, get at me.
Hey, yo, shout out to the shorty with the herbs. You got this man going.
Oh, the keys now just showing you with the hairs. They got
she got him on live. She got him on live making topics, trying to get info about that shit.
Nigga trying to get knowledge. First of all, this is years ago, bro. I can't remember how long.
What a coincidence! We got a sexologist on here.
Wait, stop! My back hurt. This is too funny. Whoa.
This is crazy.
So what a coincidence! We got a sexologist on the show.
I said I wasn't knowledgeable, and I knowledge, man. Shame, man. Take it down.
My back hurt for real. That was so hilarious. He had to take his camera off.
Yo, Shay, what you about to say, Shay?
Oh shit.
I'm like grateful, right? Because y'all are knowledgeable than most people. So a lot of people don't know, right? Yes, 1 in 3 people have herpes in America. Yes, if you are not having an outbreak, your chances of transmitting or transferring it to your partner are low, right? It's very low. Like he said, it's rare. But I do think that people should communicate, right? You need to be honest. If you lie to somebody about that, how can they trust you? Like if you could lie about that in the very beginning of dating someone, you can lie about anything. And I understand the name and things like that, but you as a person should want to be loved for who you are, standing 10 toes down in your truth, than be loved based on a lie, because then that means it's not real, right? So
again, when do they let that information know? Is it hi, I'm Ashley, I have herpes? Like when do they let that information reveal that information?
I think that it should be in the texting phase. I think it should be before you go on a date with somebody. But I think, and let's say y'all text, y'all talk, y'all FaceTime, like let them feel your vibe. Like again, if we say we are offering more than just sex, then a man should be able to feel your vibe on the phone. He should be able to talk to you and be like, dang, I was really up with her for like 2-3 hours last night. Like it was really cool. I think I want to take her out. Like that's okay. That's a part of the vetting process, is having these conversations and being honest and communicating. So yeah, definitely. And whoever that was that didn't say nothing, that was out of pocket. That's, I'd be mad. I'd be mad.
It's great because then me and my girlfriend got into an argument about I should be minding my business, and I'm just like, bro, that's just, I don't know, it's just crazy, man. Like,
No,
it's business, like, you know what I mean? So.
They have something called PrEP. So for people who are out here in the hookup culture, you guys are sexually active. If you are not practicing sex, please start now. So you got condoms, you got PrEP. You can get free STI kits. Send me a DM. I'll send you the link. Right? Just if y'all are gonna partake in it, what y'all do, y'all grown. I cannot tell you what to do, but at the very least, I could provide people with resources so they can stay safe. Because I want.
But y'all kids,
you could take STD tests at home. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, through the company that I partner with for the Department of Public Health. Yes, you can.
Oh, what?
And is the results type of shit? Like how long does it take?
You have to sell them in.
Huh?
You have to send them in.
Oh, you got.
Oh,
okay.
Y'all sending care packages too? The condoms?
Yes, condoms.
You should let us see what the package look like. Let us see. You have one or what?
I got it.
They got Plan B's in there.
Oh, she got some laying around.
Look, I got a lot of stuff going on. People be sending me all type of stuff, y'all.
They got Plan B's in there.
You know what? We do need
You wildin'.
Look.
Let me get to these super chats, man. Yo, marriage, politics, and sports. He said a person with herpes or any STD should at least insist on condoms until they're ready to disclose. I mean, that's one way to go about it.
I can't get past the
What? Condom or not?
Did Eli just say that?
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I said that.
Did Eli just say that?
Eli had a burner account.
Did Eli just say that's one way to go about it?
I said
that, man. Yo, Meaty, chill out.
Eli, we on you right now, Eli.
Get him.
Right now. We trying to figure some shit out. We trying to read between the lines with you, Eli.
Yeah, Eli's gonna go download that app when he get off.
This is why a motherfucker can't he can't share his experience. Goddamn, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
nah, we just joking.
Nah, I fuck up for y'all fucking with y'all.
Jay Jones
I told y'all talk shit, man.
Yeah, we need y'all on the show. Man. Not telling if y'all have an STD should be jail time.
I said it.
That part.
That's
attempted murder.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, man. We get closer to my
J-Joe for what is scary stuff willing to spread.
Blackwell says scary stuff, willing to spread STD. Yeah. Yo, it got some people that would do this willingly. I ain't know because they
there's some
own life is fucked up, so they trying to fuck other people life up and shit. Like, that's crazy.
There's some dude in the Bronx.
Hey, for real.
At one point, it was illegal, and I know that they've been in California trying to play with the bills and the laws on if jail time for in their status. But the one I found is an at-home one that does give you results in 20 minutes. So that's the one I found. So it's called Quick.
How accurate is it?
It's very accurate. Yeah, they put a lot of money and a lot of work to do this, and I work with other Black women out here. Okay. Our coochie safe and clean, okay.
So how that shit work? Is it like a pH? Is a pH strip that you dip in a pussy and that shit turn the color or some shit? Like
swab.
Oh, swab. Okay. Like, yeah, I thought you just dip that shit and turn like green, and then she got some shit. I don't know. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I wish they would make condoms like that. I ain't gonna lie, man.
Ooh,
they
actually did.
Yo.
No, they do out the. I think they had them in China where it was like a colored condom, but if it turns any shades of colors, it stood for whatever STD it was. But it was like I remember them promoting it on Instagram, like they was talking about it on Instagram, like maybe like 3-4 years ago or something. But I've never seen one.
I think
they made it feel like a meme, and then the whole room started lighting up. I think I've seen that before.
Yeah. I don't think it was as accurate as
just imagine.
But if they perfect that, I ain't gonna lie, man. That's the only condom I'm buying.
Hey, look, just imagine hitting a bitch and you pull out and it's red. Oh, bitch, you got chlamydia, like niggas gonna be diagnosing bitches right on the spot.
They gonna be lying. No, that's not accurate. They lying.
First of all, I'm putting that shit on like a glove first.
Exactly. Like, let me just.
All right, you go.
Give about 20 minutes. Give about 20 minutes.
Word.
It can't turn red though. It got to turn like green or something because sometimes. Doing it, a little period come down because he done did it. It happens.
Oh shit.
Oh, it happens.
Well, Eli said that her pussy hole pink, but her booty hole brown. So you know what I mean.
Yeah, what are y'all talking about? Right? Yo, y'all smoking that same shit Yazzie and Meaty smoking. Smoking, man. That 420 got that nigga down, man.
Hey, look. Yeah, whatever we smoking, Eli, it ain't got shit on what you smoking.
Oh God, that part.
It ain't got me thinking like that. Look.
Oh man, yo man, let's get back to the show, man. Oh my, yo, wildin'.
God.
I'm trying to. Yo, man, come on, let's be serious.
Y'all funny as hell. But if this shit was in person, we'll be on the floor right now.
This was in person. I can see it. Eli be ready to fight me on
y'all gotta put me onto that beat. You got smoking, man. That shit got that high.
That's funny as hell.
Listen, let me get to this next side. Let me get right into this Marques Houston situation, man. I know we almost at the 2 hour mark. I don't want to keep y'all up too crazy. Listen, man,
I absolutely don't know what happened with that man.
Yeah, I'm gonna play the videos real quick, and then we're gonna come back and react to them. So it's 2 clips. So I'm gonna play both.
I was talking to one of my friends, and I was saying, yeah, okay, I'm 41, right? She's 22. I could have married a 41-year-old woman. And it could have been disastrous. They could have felt like, because I'll sit and talk to women that are my age, and they kind of have a different outlook on life. A lot of women my age are very independent. They are very like, I don't need a man to do this for me because I could do this for myself. And I come from a generation that I'm very, very, love to provide for my wife. I love to provide for my woman. And I'm very in that generation, like the old days, I would never want to be with a woman that felt like, oh, I don't need you, or I don't, what I'm saying, like that. So, and there's a lot of women my age. I've dated women my age, and, they may have baggage, they may have kids, they may have not, it's just, there's so many different women that I've dated throughout my life. And this just so happened to be the one that caught my heart.
Me and my wife's situation is a little different. You know, how we met, you know, through mutual friends and everything like that. You know, when I met my wife, she was 17. So, you know, we had no really conversation and no really connection until, you know, she was of age. And, you know, people don't understand it. And I got a lot of backlash for marrying someone that was 19. And, you know, when we did finally start to talk, I was like, this woman is like me. And she was just like, when I would talk to her, she just, for one, we had a spiritual connection. And I feel like that's the most important thing. We both love God. We both love Jehovah. And that was key. And being able to start being around her and talking to her and talking to, like, we got it. We connected through music. And, you know, her spirit, her kindness, her heart reminds me a lot of my.
So I mean, it's clearly a lot to dissect, but let's just start with the first video about him saying that older women normally come with some older women come with baggage and kids. Is he correct in saying that? Like, what are your thoughts on that whole statement?
Older women probably will come with a little more kids because they're older. The bitch was 19, so I mean the girl was 19, so. But I mean, I don't feel like, I don't know. Like, I don't really care. If he's about 10, how much older is he than her?
About 22 years.
That man gotta be like in his 40s.
Oh, I don't know.
Something. He like 41.
No, I'ma just say
19 years.
I'ma just say I feel like this is a manipulation thing. It's toxic as hell. Even though they may have a great relationship, but you grabbed a child and you have shaped and molded her into the woman you wanted her to be. She doesn't even truly know herself. She's a kid. Right. You feel me? I see older women do this all the time, and I've heard older women like, I'm just going to get me a young nigga and make him the nigga I want him to be. Like, you feel me? Because they're young. They're lost in the sauce. They don't know which way to fucking go. As soon as they see a little bit of money, it's like, oh, I'm going to obey by you real quick. You feel me? And be everything you want me to be so that, whatever the case may be. But I really feel like that's just, that is just coming from a toxic place. It's very manipulating. It is sick and very, very sick, because I don't even see what even attracted you to a 17-year-old being as old as you are, what attracted you to a 17-year-old child, and you had some type of contact because you kept up with her until obviously 18, because you ain't just marry her off the rip. Just see her at 17 and boom, here's this little year or two gap, and then 19, I'm gonna marry you. Nah, hell no, you're sick as fuck. It's giving. You've been on this since you was 13 years old. Look, it's giving the game with India Love. You sat there and waited for that little girl to turn 18 and turn around and bagged her ass. It was having your way with her out here and threw her right to the side. But I don't know. It may be a true love story, but it's a little sick in my books.
There are also women that are older that don't have kids. Okay, I really don't want to hear that. And if he says that spirituality is what connected them, there are also that are older who are spiritual as well. So I definitely think this is predatory. I have a daughter, and I would be damned if I'm going to jail. I'm going to jail. Because why are you that old with a little girl? When I was 18, 19, I didn't know myself. I not as much as I do now. So yeah, you're absolutely right. She don't even know herself. I hope it works out for them, because by the time that girl is 25 and then she's 30, life is going to hit her very fucking hard.
He's going to be like 70, 60.
And he's taking her good years. Okay? She could be with a man, no, for real. She could be with a man a little bit younger. Somebody fine that's fine for a long time. That's not about to be 70 when you're 30. Like, come on.
She might want to even play in the world a little bit. Like, you can get her playful years.
He's
like
41. He'll be 50 in 10 years, not 70.
Look, she's gonna be backwards. Just say if they don't work out. Now she didn't.
We like that nigga.
They don't work out. She done saved herself all this time to this man. By the time this girl hit 30, you're gonna be like, damn girl, you doing it backwards. Now you out here wilding. Like, you living your whole days in your 30s. You feel me? So it's like right at this moment where she should be having her little fun, or could be whatever she would love to do or want to do. I for sure know that girl has to second guess that shit. Like, I'm with this old ass nigga. He ain't even all that. He's not attractive to me at all. You feel me? So I know it got to be definitely. I got Marques Houston in my head. She's 19. You feel me? I have Marques Houston.
And not the
her first celebrity that tried to talk to her or something like that.
Maybe, but I think another thing that's unfortunate is that as she gets older, her sexual peak is going to continue to increase. Happens with women, right? And you about to have this old man whose penis don't even work. Like, you're not even going to be able to really enjoy yourself. You about to use your young body for his last little leg, right? He on his last leg. No, absolutely not. The thing ain't gonna be working no more. You gotta spend the rest of your life. What? Boy, bye.
You're talking about, and it's deeper than just sex, right? They married. They are married. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's deeper than just sex. Yeah, it's not like y'all promoting her to be this young and live this hot girl lifestyle. This woman she's married. They're married. They seem happy. You know what I mean? My thing is, he hasn't shown. He's saying exactly what men that have options normally say. They normally prefer younger women without kids. They usually value youth, beauty, and fertility. These are things that men with options normally are attracted to with women. So, he's not saying anything that, no other man throughout in society is saying. And then if we look at the average age of consent, right? In most countries, the average age of consent is 15, 14. Not saying it's right or wrong, but in other countries, that type of behavior is normalized. People don't bat an eye. You get what I'm saying? It's only in America. And I think the reason he did get so much backlash is because we do have a lot of women, especially in our community, who are older and who do have kids, and they feel like he's taking a jab at them. And he was taking a jab at them, because he's saying these older women tend to come with more baggage. Even if they don't come with kids, they come with a lot of failed relationships, which leads to a whole mentality that leads to toxic relationships. Sometimes there's a lot of "I don't need a man" mentality, which he relates. He said in that video, he doesn't want a woman who is always constantly talking about how much he doesn't need a man. Like, he wants to be a provider for his woman. You know what I mean? He's very religious. He's Jehovah's Witness. So he has things that, are his standards and boundaries that he has that I think he's entitled to. Now, you could say, oh, well, she was younger, or whatever the case is. I've never heard her complain about that she's not happy. We're assuming that maybe he manipulated her, or whatever the case is. He historically doesn't have a history of having anything negative going on. Like, you never even heard nothing controversial come from this guy. Like, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hold up. You going off, because he's in that same circle with the B2 frenzy. You know what I'm saying? So, and
he ain't got manipulated himself.
And look, I don't know how.
He didn't got
I'm saying, like, he's a part.
They talking about Chris Stokes touching on him too,
and saying that all of them was filling up on him. Marques is a part of that, and this is why I'm not saying that older dudes can't date younger women, but it does give me like pedophilia vibes, because there's no way you saying you met this young lady at 17, and granted, across the seas, it might be cool at 15. That'd never be cool to me as a grown man be dating no 15-year-old. I don't care if it's legal tomorrow. And this goes to Elvis. Anybody support Elvis, R. Kelly, this is all that same circle. You praying older women harassing Justin Bieber when he was young, when they was over sexualizing him. It's the same thing. This guy literally watched this young girl that he seen at 17 and waited till she was 19, and then the spirits of you're going to use the Lord name to get your point across. I just can't agree with it. That's like Elvis saying,
I can't do it either, because some of my
wife is 15 years old. Elvis' wife was 15 years old. Was it right? Hell no. And I still don't think it's right with him. You get what I'm saying?
You're a sophomore in high school when you're 15.
I'm just saying, bro.
Why are you married?
I can't see older women. If you don't want to date an older woman, that's cool. If you want a younger woman, cool. I don't have a problem with that. But to me, it's like you preyed on this young girl. And okay, even if you say, oh, we never heard her say anything. We never heard none of the R. Kelly victims say anything either until he got exposed and went to jail. So a lot of women are not going to be vocal to the point and express what their experience is with these, these type.
You compare R. Kelly and thinking that's the situation for everybody. That's not the situation.
Let's compare me.
I'm just saying, bro. I
didn't say nothing to Keisha Cole when she was dating her when she was 19, 20
that was
years.
wow.
I don't say nothing to Madonna. Yo, since 2008, Madonna has always dated women that's at least 28 years younger than her. Her current boyfriend is 23. She's like 64 years old. Nobody says nothing to Madonna. Nobody says nothing about Keisha Cole. You get what I'm saying? But again, when it's a man, then for some reason we feel like, oh, well, he's X, Y, and Z. And I'm not saying that may not be the
23
case.
23 is completely different from 17, bro.
That's a 40+ year difference.
Bro, I never said it was hard. He could be 50 years old dating a 25-year-old. I don't give a like once you're in your 20 plus, when is it that your brain is at full capacity?
25 is when your brain
25.
Yeah. Give me some of that shit. And I don't know the exact information, but 17 is like you can actually manipulate a 17-year-old to do and
exactly.
You can do it.
And but you can manipulate somebody just because age don't always dictate maturity. Like,
No, you're right.
You know what I'm saying? So
age does dictate maturity, baby. What were you doing at 18 and 19? Because when I was 18, yes, I was mature, but I am nowhere near who I was.
There's motherfuckers that's 25, 26, like age don't always dictate maturity.
50-year-old men and women out here that still got the brain of a fucking 15-year-old. So we're not going to say age doesn't do that.
That was by choice because they chose not to grow. That's a difference. And we all have the same opportunity to grow. And in those other countries where those girls are being child brides, there are people fighting for their rights every day. And people are not collectively just all bad and eyelash. There are women who are like, I was trafficked or I was groomed into being a child bride. Like women grow up and be like, I didn't want to have sex with this old man. I didn't want to be married to this old man. And I'm not saying that older men can't date younger women. I like older men. It's my preference, right?
Most women love, that's what they're attracted
to. But the age gap has to be reasonable. I don't think it's okay for a 60-year-old woman to be dating some 18, 19-year-old man either. It's not okay. I'm not okay with it.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like,
now, I promise you, if they don't work out, soon as one small thing go wrong, watch, it's gonna be a story about their ass. Watch, soon as something go wrong, soon as something happens in their relationship that she does not like and already having a mindset of, because she's definitely gonna go through it. Maybe I want to be positive that he's her first, and I'm just kind of like, no, I don't think she does, but. It's just like, she's gonna go through a phase at one point during their relationship where she's gonna want to try something else. She's gonna want to see something else, maybe get her feet wet elsewhere. It doesn't mean she's gonna go on a rampage.
From a city girl mindset, like women historically, they didn't always automatically 25 and wanted to be.
I don't.
Every relationship, I promise you, I don't think there's any relationship that's out here where another man has like maybe I want to, you feel me, dibble and dabble here a little bit, but yeah, I'm gonna be faithful to my wife. I'm not gonna do it because I love my wife, but it's still the thought of going through a phase of I want to try something else. This is all I fucking know. I'm only 19 years old. This is all I know, and I'm married to a goddamn 40-something year old.
I hate to use this as an example, but people that are that deal with domestic violence usually have strong commitment to the person that abuse them. You get what I'm saying? I'm not saying that's the situation, but if it is in that scenario, she wouldn't know how to detach from her abuser. You get what I'm saying? So she could. I don't think every woman needs a whole phase or have to do all that. She could be actually happy in that relationship. I just find it crazy that he waited and never spoke to her until she was 19. I can't believe that.
Where did y'all even meet?
How did y'all find each other again?
About R. Kelly. Like, that's how I feel about R. Kelly, because to speak about R. Kelly, like they label him as a pedophile. He is a pedophile, but these young girls who was 14, 15, 16, 17 years old, what are you doing in the studio with R. Kelly?
Their parents
like
them.
Exactly, and that's my point I was getting. I said that to say this. Your parents is giving consent to you hanging around a grown-ass adult. They ain't even invited to hang around this grown-ass adult.
Okay.
But your 14, 15-year-old daughter is you're signing a paper for your kid to be married to Aaliyah or any other girls that he had on camera. It's like at the same time as being a parent and you sending your 14, 15-year-old kid to the studio with R. Kelly, what do you think they're doing? Recording music? Like, come on now. Like,
I'm gonna be honest with you. I mean, just speaking on that specific situation real quick, me personally, okay, the whole Aaliyah situation, I'm not speaking on that. You know, I do feel like it's a lot of wrong in that shit. But speaking on all these other women that came forward and they've been trapped and all types of shit for years, something is just not resonating well. Something's not resonating well within my spirit that your parents are dropping you off over here. You're trapped at this grown-ass man house. He has a wife here. And all of a sudden, now you guys want to tell this story when all these women are grown and etc. It just does not make sense. Just as well as R. Kelly was charged and sentenced, I feel like his wife should be because she's an accessory. And I feel like just as well as the fucking parents should be because was y'all that goddamn thirsty for a feature or a record deal that your child was gone this goddamn long and y'all sitting here, you feel me? They're trapped and they're performing these sexual acts and whatever it is that they're doing for R. Kelly. You guys were okay with that, obviously, at some point. So it just doesn't make sense to me. Like, I can't swallow that whole documentary that they did on him. It just doesn't resonate well within my spirit. It's just not right to me.
As the most extreme example and think that every man is R. Kelly's. Like, R. Kelly's is his own situation. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, we can't automatically assume that every man is R. Kelly's level of predatorial. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, the women usually value a man when he's older because he can offer them financial stability. He has all of these things that he can offer women. You get what I'm saying? So if she's happy, she seems like she's happy. He seems like he's happy. We can't just automatically assume and go to the most extreme things to fit a narrative because he may or may not be talking about you. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, this is what men historically have always said, that they don't want to date older women. They don't want, like, you know what I'm saying? They don't want to date women with kids. This is nothing new. Like, whether I get she's younger, but regardless if she was that young, men with options have always said the same thing. Like, this is why Leonardo DiCaprio, once they hit 25, he done with them. Like, you get what I'm saying?
23.
I just want to say that Hugh Hefner been knocking down 18, 19-year-olds his whole life. And he been 16, 17. Nobody said nothing to that man.
Nobody said nothing.
Nobody said nothing to that man. He had a whole mansion with 18.
He wasn't even married to him. He wasn't even married.
He had sex with
I want to say
that. And the reason why people never said nothing about Hugh is because he had a lot of people in power. He had information on them, so they never exposed him, so he wouldn't expose them back.
What are you exposing?
I definitely do think in this specific situation, they might. I am gonna kind of clean that out of my mind a little bit. They might actually really be happy. They might, but I still think, even just like you touched on the Leonardo DiCaprio situation, he canceled him after 23. I still think this comes from a mindset of manipulation in some way. You can mold and train this little girl to be who you want her to be to satisfy your needs as a man. And when you're done with her, you're done with her. It's still, no matter how you look at that shit, because there's no way that man met her at 19, fucking disappeared for 2 years at 17, and disappeared for 2 years, and at 19 he just proposed to her and this is my wife now. No, there was still some type of fucking connection going on in between those 2 years, which is absolutely fucking disgusting. Let's not ignore that part. That is the main.
I don't think that's what he said, man. He met her at 17. He said they had no contact for what? Yeah.
But that part, do you believe that part? Is my question.
I'm not gonna say I believe that part.
How did he just find her again? Did she just fall into the heavens?
Age of consent in America is 17. the age of consent in New York is 17. I mean, it gets lower in other states.
But
So
look, there's no way that he didn't met that girl at 17 and just went and they were just absent from each other that whole time, no contact until she was of age.
None of y'all detectives, y'all
he just said that.
He just said
he just said that in the video. He said
but
that
you saying
he
that
met
it's
her
a
when
lie.
she was
How you know it's a
17,
lie?
and they had no contact. They said that. I mean, it could be, but that's from what he said in that video.
They didn't have no contact.
You're saying, 17, and they had no contact until she was of age.
What proof you got that says that that's not true though?
I'm going off of what Marques Houston said. I'm going off of what Marques Houston said. Hold on, look. I'm going off of what Marques Houston said in the clip that you guys just showed. He said specifically, I met her at 17 and I had no contact with her until she was of age. So where did you go to find this woman? Did you keep 18. Up with her? What was the small talk?
Of ages 18. Okay. So you got a whole year.
That's people fine, but y'all not getting in between. A whole year. Like, so that's what I'm saying. So if I'm walking into a liquor store and you there buying a bottle and I'm going to go get a pack of gum at 17 years old, you meet me or whatever, whoop. Now just magically, just say 6 months to a year later, I'm hitting 18 now. We just oh my God, we're in each other's presence again. Wow, look, this
on your birthday.
No,
on your birthday the day before at 11:59.
No. Yeah. That's what y'all not trying. Y'all don't want to see that part clear.
All it takes is, hey, happy birthday. Oh, what you getting into? And now y'all reconnected. That's it.
So you're following So again, pedophilia. You're following a child on social media. You got her number. You're doing whatever you were doing to keep in contact with a child.
What are you smoking? Like, what are you smoking?
You know what?
I'm not smoking the same shit.
Is?
You can't say what I'm smoking because I'm not. Okay, well, yeah, okay, messing with an underage person. Okay, whatever, but it's still coming from a place of that. That's weird. Like, how are y'all really sitting here okaying that? Like, keeping up with a minor until she's of age. How would y'all feel if that was your child or your little sister? Y'all trying to validate this man's actions. That's not cool.
I'm going off what he said. You making up shit and then going off of that. I'm going off what he said.
You going off your feelings, but
when my daughter turns 17, I will make sure she's not around. Because, baby, I have a daughter.
Okay, so can I ask a question? Out of all the ladies that's on here, do y'all understand where I'm coming from?
Yeah, I do.
You guys understand where I'm coming from, right?
Because even my dad friends told me, like, when you get 18, holla at me. I was nothing but 14, 13, 12 in the 6th grade. How old are you in the 6th grade? I start hearing that.
You're gonna watch me for 4 years.
When I got into high school, I was dating somebody when I was in the 10th grade. I was 16 years old. I was 14. And I was dating somebody that was 18 years old. And I'm thinking I'm doing something because he's 18. He picking me up from school, like, like whatever the case may be. But when I got around his friends 18, 19, 21, I'm hanging around motherfuckers who got houses and all this stuff like that. And I'm a child. And they telling me like
you was dating somebody that was 18, right? You said, right?
That was 18 years old. I was 14.
And you was 14. So you knew exactly what did you feel like he was manipulating you and he coerced you? Or
but look, let me tell you about this situation. Let me tell you about this relationship. I was dating him at 14 years old and I started working when I was 14 years old. I was 15. My first job I had was like selling newspaper. Then I got 15 years old. I started working at Six Flags. So this is around the time I was dating him. He was making sure I was getting to work and stuff like that every day or whatever the case may be. And on the weekends we would hang out. We wouldn't hang out during the school day, like my school hours and stuff like that, but he'll pick me up from school, drop me off at home, and then he'll make sure I get to work and everything like that. And it was like summer vacation and he was picking me up from work and stuff like that. But like I didn't think of it as like a pedophile situation because like I really liked him. And like he wasn't like he didn't seem like a pedophile to me. So like it wasn't like nothing like that. But
look, him being 18 years old, he's still
I'm older.
I'm
30
years
old, and just me seeing myself at 14 years old, I didn't know no better. Like, like I didn't know no better. I'm thinking because I'm 14 years old, I'm a freshman in high school. I got this this 18 years old picking me up from school, and it's like, you know, like it's cool. He bringing me lunch and dropping me off flowers and all this type of stuff like that. I didn't think it was nothing wrong with me being an adult.
Now look at that. I have a similar situation. I was
dealing with somebody who's like 30 and he's dropping you off at work. Like, where I don't understand where the manipulation was at in your situation.
No, it was no manipulation, but I'm saying as me being me, because he was making sure I was getting to work, like everything of sort. But at the same time, like me being 30 years old now, looking at me when I was 14 years old, I didn't have any guidance. So I thought that was cool. If I had somebody, a parent or somebody there that was like, it would be a whole different situation. But because I thought that I was getting something good out of the situation because of the things that I claimed that I named that he was doing, I feel like I had like one up, or like I was like, okay. But like me being 30 years old, dating someone who's 18 years old, I'm 14. And just the things that we have been through in that relationship, I was like, I wouldn't say I was manipulated, but I was like different than I am now. Like things that I was doing when I was 14 years old, I should have never been doing with this 18-year-old, you know, 19. He had turned 19. I was still 14. And then I turned 15. He was 19. Like it was still a little gap. Like, you know, and it was just a lot. Like, you know,
I have a similar situation like that.
Hold on real quick. I just want to say, like, even though she may not feel like he's manipulated, or you may see him as a gentleman or whatever you're saying, Eli. I have a younger sister who was also 14 dealing with a dude that was older than her, who was, you know, may have seen that it may have seemed like he was being respectful to her, but he is manipulating her because he knows as a grown adult, he is not supposed to be fucking with no 14-year-old. I have a sister who spoke to a man who was about 18, 19. It may not look like he's manipulating her, but as a man with a younger sister, that shit ain't supposed to be happening. So when I found this out, that shit has to end. And at the same time, he should know better. There's no way no 18, 19-year-old.
That's what my uncle was saying, because my uncle went to school with him. My uncle was all like, why is you dating him? Like, he went to school. He graduated with us. Like, I
don't give a fuck if he's respectful or not. It's just out of line. It shouldn't be happening across the board.
I want to ask a question because I see like y'all kind of making little excuses for Ace and Eli. So just like what is your name Jew?
Yes.
Okay. So is what he was saying, like he nipped it straight in the bud with his little sister talking to an older dude. Now, I feel like you guys are talking from a standpoint as in what your actions would be if you were in this situation. How would you feel if that was your child being 14? I'm gonna use the Marques Houston situation because that's what we're talking about. How would you feel about your child being 17 years old meeting a 40-year-old man, and whatever, if y'all just want to keep muting that part out that they weren't in contact, apparently they was, but you feel me? Like, how would y'all feel? Like, if y'all rocking with that, or y'all nipping that shit in the bud, is it a problem with y'all? Because if it's a problem with your sibling or your daughter, it should be a problem with y'all doing it.
That is, I understand where you come from. That is tough. Yeah,
I understand completely where you coming from, but all I'm saying is, that's between her parents, and Marques Houston. If her parents is okay with that, and she's an adult, and that's what she want to do, then that's what they want to do. Man, that got nothing to do with me. All I'm saying is, I'm not going to frown upon them and pretend that I know their situation based on what's going on and try to read between the lines. That's on them and their parents and Marques Houston. My daughter, I want to be okay with that, but that's just me.
Yeah, but there's some fathers or mothers or that would be okay with as long dowry. Y'all understand what dowries is? When like parents have been selling, like giving their daughters away to the chiefs for exchange for goods and services since the beginning of the time. Like, you get, I'm not saying it's wrong or right, but some parents are okay with, as long as their daughter is being taken care of and being provided by another man, then they're okay with that. You get what I'm saying?
I'm just saying.
So it is okay so the dowry thing, if we reintroduce that into dating and hookup culture, just dating in general, is that something that y'all would be open to? Would y'all be open to doing dowries with women? I would love it.
I think a man should get permission and approval from the father and things of that nature. Obviously, when taking his daughter into making his daughter his wife and stuff like that. But Daria, you mean as far as paying the parents a set amount of money in exchange for your daughter's hand?
I mean, I'm just saying, like, if we're gonna start talking about old practices that people, is that something that y'all would be open to like reintroduce into like the dating culture?
Not necessarily you bringing a cow or you being the parents, but like give permission. I think that's honorable.
Well, like a house, right? Or like a trust.
House for your parents.
I think
for just wife, like something in her name. Because let me tell you why I say that. One day my children are going to be married, right? I am teaching my daughter how to vet accordingly because one day I'm not going to be here. So I need to know the man that she's with, the family that she marries in. I need to know that when I'm gone, she's taking care of you get where I'm coming from now? So what I'm saying is, in the event that parents start to step in a little bit more, maybe it's not you giving me something, but I do want to know that there's a man or in a family that my daughter's going to marry into where I don't got to worry about where she going to live or her safety, et cetera, et cetera. You get where I'm coming from?
I got one very important question. And I feel like there's nothing wrong with what you asked for. My biggest concern is we always find out what we can get or how are they going to be treated. But I don't think enough time is being spent on how should they be treating that man to keep him happy as well. Mm-hmm. So like I've heard your list. You mentioned, her getting the house, her being safe, her around the right people, but I don't hear no lessons being taught on how to keep that man happy at the same time.
Yeah,
I agree with you. I think divorce is the equivalent of a dowry because and usually in divorce, what happens? A lot of the property, if not the finances, half of it goes to the woman. Like, you get what I'm saying? So there's that dowry is that what reassurance or that security, that insurance there. Like that's what kind of divorce is nowadays. It kind of eliminates that. And I think again, if we go back to dowry, those women, unfortunately, those women were treated like property. You know what I mean? So there were certain expectations that they had to live up to. You get what I'm saying? It wasn't just like, oh well, he brought me a house. Yeah, now I have to be a housewife. There's no excuse for me not to be cooking and cleaning. I can't use none of these excuses.
They don't do that no more.
You know what I mean? So if we're going to introduce dowry again, then those have to come with stipulations of what the woman is responsible for. A lot of times in society, I think we take away a lot of the responsibility of a woman's role in a relationship, or we try to make it gender neutral nowadays so it could benefit both sides. You know what I mean? So if that is a thing, like you said, then obviously we know what to expect of the man. He has to provide X, Y, and Z to make sure the woman is stable and secure. Then we also need to be teaching women, well, if he's going to do that, then you need to make sure that this house is a home and you do your duties as a wife. So no excuses, you know what I mean? So
not to mention you eliminating women building a relationship and building with a man. Like if a man got to come with a house, that's the established man that's coming with a house. You can't just come with a house out of nowhere. You know what I mean? Like these 23, 24-year-olds, unless you IG, TikTok famous or nothing, you ain't coming with no house or be a parent ass. I mean, women got to come with something. People say I could go get that house sometimes. Like if I got to come with a house to you, that means I got to be 35, 37 with 5-year-old, and now we back in the same situation with Marques Houston. Like, I mean, he could come with 3 houses.
I don't have a problem with age gap relationships, but I think when they're too large, they are problematic because it's different generations. Y'all don't even have anything in common, not for real. But that's a different opinion, right? However, back to the original question, Jew, right? I was a wife. Me and my ex-husband co-parent. I still take care of my mother-in-law who lives down the street. We don't have a problem cooking and cleaning over here, baby. That's not.
I don't even think just cook. Like I don't chalk it up just to cooking and cleaning. Like,
yeah.
I think it's more like it's other things to keep a man happy besides cooking and cleaning. You know what I'm saying?
So somebody brought up the cooking and cleaning, like being a housewife.
Yeah.
In the vetting stage, in the dating stage, I just talked about this earlier on the live. Funny, when you're learning your partner, you're learning his communication style, He's learning yours. You guys are learning what you like, what you don't like, but that communication is going to be the biggest component because life is going to happen, right? If your man can't come home to you and he can't feel safe with you mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and physically, that is a problem. And if a woman cannot feel the same with you, that is a problem. So creating that space for people, that is what the bond looks like between a man and a woman. And a lot of people, unfortunately, because like I said, sexualized, under emotionally developed, people are not even working on themselves enough to be like, okay, like, you know, what do you think that he might need in this relationship? And he does these things for you, and he's consistent, and he makes you happy. What can you do to show him that you appreciate that? That's not a problem. That's not a problem at all. So yeah, I want to throw that out there. I'm not saying that, you know, just give her something, because at that point it becomes a transactional relationship. And I already said, I don't do transactional relationships. I want, what did I say? Time invested, your mind, your heart, your body, your soul. I want the investment of a whole man. I don't want a piece of a man. If I wanted a piece of a man, I'll go be a side chick.
Yeah, that's fair, man. That's fair. Anyway, man, we appreciate. I mean, we could probably talk about this for another hour, so man. But listen, man, we appreciate y'all for pulling up to the stream. Again, Shay, let them know where they can follow you at, and then we're gonna go down the line.
So I'm Shay. I'm a sex educator. Y'all can find me on my website at www.shaydaily.com or on my Instagram, Shay is Love. I am all about love. I actually launched my line, Love 30, and it's all of my home goods. I'm about to actually show y'all one of my pillows. And y'all gonna this one. It says, made for the sheets, not the streets, baby. Okay.
Ooh, that's clean. That's,
I like that. That's cute.
You better patent that.
That's cute.
You better patent that before I do.
Look,
But it's happening before I do.
Look,
try the fuck out of that.
But yeah, so my line is all about love, whether it's like loving on yourself, loving on your man, loving on your kids, making your house a home, because home is where the heart is, right? Bed and breakfast, okay. You can give your man bed and breakfast, he can give you bed and breakfast. So everything on my line is about love.
We appreciate that. Spread that love.
Appreciate you for joining.
Happy house, happy spouse, you heard?
Yo, Michi, let them know where they can follow you at and what you were smoking on, because they want to know what you were smoking on. Like.
Look, I'm about to flip you off, Eli. Look.
Smoking on that Eli pack.
Oh God. That Eli go crazy.
Amici Blue at _MEECHYDLU. I do music. I write music. I'm a BBW influencer on social media. I do a lot of stuff, y'all. Hair, makeup. I have my own business. I do mortuary makeup and style and dressing for the deceased. And I'm also getting ready to start my own plus size boutique. So y'all follow me and you know, get all y'all fly shit for me, because I'm a fly big girl out here, you know.
Shout out to you, Bob.
I'm smoking on this flume. This is cherry berry, y'all. Rechargeable, $25. Go get y'all one flavors.
Okay. Yeah. They don't have to figure it out, man.
I don't mean like anything ever happened when like you were styling or dressing one of them. Like, ain't nothing scary ever happened?
I'm not technically saying somebody's arm fell off, but their arm, because when you pass away, they have your neck up on a block and they have your arm sitting on a block. So when your hands are crossed, you know, I was kind of leaning on the lady because I'm very like in their face, you know. So she was up against the wall and I was like leaning over her to shape her eyebrow out, and turned around when I went back, like sat back, her arm slid off the block and elbowed me. And I literally had a moment. A lot of people, I had to Google it because people thought I was tripping. I literally had a moment, an out-of-body experience where I don't know which was the real me, but I was in the corner of the room looking at myself like just caved in, like, and my mom had came with me that day, actually, because I don't like this specific mortuary. I'm freelance, so people book me to do services. And my mom, she was in her phone and she heard me gasp and she was like, "What happened?" And I just pointed, but I seen me still at the body, but I'm in the corner of the room looking at me though. Like, it was weird. So my mom just put on some gloves because she get jiggy with it too. And she just placed the arm back up there. I've had fans go off screaming. I've had lights cut off in the room on me. So it gets a little wicked out there sometimes. But now that I say my prayer and I bless up before I enter a room with a body, it's a lot easier. I speak to them as well. I'll be like, okay, I see you coming through. Like, you can feel some energies are in the room, with you. So it's definitely dope. It's not for the weak. It's not for, it's the scary. Like, it gets real. So, it smells bad sometimes. Sometimes they look crazy. You might have somebody with their head cut from ear to ear, So it gets a little wicked in there sometimes.
I'm getting shook out here. I'm getting...
Yeah, it get real, but book me. I'm beating faces all day, y'all. I'm getting them right.
Appreciate you. Yo, Yazzie, man, let them know they can follow you at.
My name is Yazzie. You can follow me. I want to be Pocahontas, be single. I'm from Cali. I have a clothing line business. You can check it out in my bio on my Instagram. I'm rebranding it. I'm taking orders online, so you can follow everything there. Everything is in the bio. Yeah.
Appreciate you for joining, man. Like, we got how y'all back off, man. Y'all funny as hell, man.
Yeah, y'all was funny. Yeah, y'all was funny.
Appreciate it.
Get them.
Real quick, man.
Hold on, Ju. Real quick. I'll put the link in the chat, man. If y'all wanna come in, join in real quick.
Pause. We got some super chats too.
Add to this Marques Houston situation, man. I want to hear y'all thoughts, man. Y'all want to join in before we get up out of here? I put the link up in there. So
the Black intellectuals say Houston kept it real about the older women issue. Andrea said, I'm 56, owner of a digital marketer company. My wife is 29, corporate tax accountant here in Cali, Colombia. Happily married 4 years. I'm with Marques H. My wife is successful in tradition.
Listen, I think people are still getting the wrong idea. I don't have an issue with the dating of, the 20-year gap. I have a problem with the minor shit. Like, you dating a kid, that's an issue to me. That's the issue to me.
But what's a kid to you? Because she was, like I said, does age of consent, does that matter to anybody? Like, where do they get that? Like, what makes them, like, in general? I'm just trying to do this for this in general. Like, what makes them say, like, 16 is or 17 is the age of consent? Like, what goes into that? Like, and I'm not. This is a redundant question. I'm just saying, what goes into that decision making? Like, do they think like a 17-year-old or 16-year-old is capable of being and like making logical decisions? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I haven't seen one. I mean, like, I haven't seen a 17-year-old that could, like, nowadays. I don't know, bro. I think our era is probably like a little different. Like, maybe, but like this generation of 17-year-olds, nah.
Well, according to Google, it says the minimum age of sexual consent aims to protect adolescents from abuse and from consequences they may not fully be aware of when engaging in early sexual activity.
Yeah, man. I mean, like I said, like, again, I'm just going off of what he said. Like, you get what I'm saying? I'm not trying to play a detective and assume what he meant or read in between the lines. I'm just going off of what he said. Like, you get what I'm saying? And from what he said, he values religion. He values a traditional woman. You know what I mean? Those things he end up finding within her. Like, and they seem happy. They have a child. They're married. You know what I'm saying? So I can only go off of from what he said. Again, the older woman. Huh? Yeah, they got a child. They got a child. You know what I mean? So again,
maybe it's because I have a younger sister, I have a younger daughter. I don't want them getting manipulated like that. I'm not saying he manipulated them, but I'm always be biased for younger women that fully probably ain't mature yet. Call it a simp, call it a simp. I don't give a fuck.
Let me get through the super chats before we get to the people. He said, you're talking with Western eyes. In many countries, younger women only marry older men and married by 25. Most couples aren't like US. He didn't use her. He married her with families. Okay, she's legal.
So did R. Kelly marry Aaliyah.
Todd the Goat. Shout out to Todd the Goat. I guess he just shot us out, man.
I hate you. And so did Elvis get the right to marry a 15-year-old.
I don't think he got
Elvis. Elvis Presley, the king of rock, supposedly.
J Rag said, "Can someone confirm that she's actually 22 now?" Yeah, she's 22 now. Andre said, "Did I hear a mother that likes older men say she'll keep her daughter away from dating older men?" Remember, she has your DNA. Stop assuming, ladies. That's a good point, man. He also said, "My wife's dad is one of the coolest friends. He'd rather his daughter be happily married to an older man than getting smashed and used by a younger man." Yeah, Andre going off. He said, "My wife
is not wrong.
My wife is an old soul. She can't stand men her age. Today with me, she's stable, owns 3 apartments, 2 businesses, and we travel the world. That sounds like a great life, man. Askia the Great said, "What we're witnessing is old bitter women who can't land a Marques Houston and old lame men who are finally of value who can only pull bitter expired women." Shout outs to the internet and selective freedom of speech. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, I kind of agree.
The only thing I do give him, he probably shouldn't have said that on the internet. I'm gonna be honest with you, because now there is going to be unnecessary scrutiny, maybe within the confines of his relationship. Now everything could have been going all good now, but now she might be reading the comments. Now she might see women saying, "Girl, like, you know what I'm saying?" So maybe he should have probably kept that off the internet, man. He seems to be living a happy life. You know what I mean?
Do you think him expressing that was a? Why do you need to clarify if you're happy in your marriage too? Like, why do you have to get validation from people that you don't give a fuck from anyway? Like, you want to make it seem like you're not no.
Did he do that interview before he got backlash or after he got backlash?
I mean, I believe people were already kind of talking about it. He responded. That's why he did the interview.
So I guess he probably had
I don't need justification from the world if I'm happy in my marriage. He must have felt a way.
That's true. Probably.
Or he probably just wanted to clear things. I don't know. He probably just wanted to clear things up. Like, people justify things all the time that we look at like, yo, damn, you didn't have to really say that, man. Like, love crossing, man. Like, what's your thoughts on this Marques Houston situation?
I agree with Marcus. Let's go back to what you guys were just saying. Mm-hmm. If he hadn't said anything, just like with what a lot of the panel was doing, assumptions were made. True. And with the notoriety and fame that he's had over the last 20 years, he can't do like us average dudes do, just live your life and enjoy your wife. He knows that he's still touring. He's still making movies here and there. We all know his name and his fame, and so he knows that he needs to nip things in the bud early, especially after what's going on with the attack of masculinity in the West. He realized that I can't sit back like in another country, like we can do in Colombia or in Brazil or in Thailand, and just live my life, even with fame. In the United States, his masculinity is going to be attacked and being put in the same category as a Bill Cosby, as a R. Kelly, like these ladies did. So instead of sitting back in a corner, this man said, "I'm going to go on an offense and tell the true story." So now y'all can take the true story and shred it to pieces, but at least he know nobody created a story behind his back that he had to defend. He went on the offense. He told the true story in advance. And that's one thing that I can commend him on. Secondly, the brother could have sat back and lied to y'all. All the time we have actors and actresses and famous people lie about their age, lie about situations, circumstances. Unless you do an in-depth research, you won't know the truth until years later. So he could have easily lied to the public, but he didn't. He was honest. Let's say he did converse with her all the way through the age from 17 until 18, 19. Mm-hmm. He did have enough sense as a man and a responsible man not to overstep his boundaries in regards to trying to girlfriend her up and keeping it undercover, or trying to, I'm not just want to make and I don't want to make an assumption. They could have done that. But what I'm saying is at least he acknowledged, listen, I know that the consenting age was not right for me when I first met her. So at least he acknowledged that I'm not sitting around keeping her. He acknowledged this. We already have enough incidences with R. Kelly and others that they didn't care less about the person's age, and they just going to do what they want to do. So this brother sat back and waited. There are many dudes that I know in my community that said, when you turn 18, girl, holler at me. That's very common in our community. So when dudes trying to act all surprised now, like, oh, I never heard that before. No matter where I'm from Detroit, and I'm from Cleveland, and I'm from Tampa, and I'm from San Francisco, and I'm from Atlanta. I've lived around across this country. And so a lot of stuff that I hear are the norm. And this is one of the things that we used to say when we were 17, 18, 19, 20, 25. Girl, how old are you? Oh, you 17? You 16? Holler at your boy when you turn 18. When you turn 17, I'll holler at you then. We know that we had.
What are you saying to the
not,
it's
not
not
to move on
can't
that
holler
track.
at me until you 18?
Right,
Huh?
right. Many dudes do. I know many brothers that have said that to young women. Well, holler at me when you turn 18. I know older women that said that to younger dudes. Young boy, ooh, you so cute. Look at you, boy. You
I'm
need to
talking
holler at me
about
when
the
you
ones
turn
that
18.
don't care that they not 18. What are we saying to those dudes?
Say that again. I'm sorry.
They pedophiles. What you mean?
No, I'm saying, but even I don't know. I find that weird telling a young lady to holler at me when you're 18. Or
And it,
Yo,
wait a minute, pause. Have you never, let me ask you this.
I
Have
heard
you
it
ever
before, yeah.
heard? Absolutely. Now, you may feel that it's weird, but all I'm just acknowledging is that it happens.
No,
That's all I'm saying. I'm saying that it's happened. We can't sit back on this panel, whether the ladies were still up here or not, and say that term hasn't been used in whether it be in black communities or white communities, whether it be male or female saying this, older women saying this to the young boys. I had women that were hitting on me and my younger brother that were my mama friends. Ooh, when your son turned 18, girl.
Definitely.
You see what I'm saying? So it is a norm that people know to respect that threshold, but they know that when you hit that threshold, they don't care if it's 18, 19, 22, 23, holla at your girl.
So, did you have the same? My fault, King.
Let me ask y'all a question real quick. As somebody breaking and entering in the house, right? So, is that the same as somebody is at the door ringing the doorbell and waits till the person opens the door and lets them in?
Absolutely not, of course.
Good things, right? So why is it the same as why is a pedophile the same? Somebody who's messing with an underage person is the same as a person that waits till a person is of age to take that to that next.
It's not. It's
Why
just a tact. It's just shaming tactics. It's just realize there are certain buzzwords that are going around in the West, meaning Canada, United States, and UK, that are the buzzwords. Toxic masculinity, a buzzword. Calling men pedophile, a buzzword. Calling men that travel, passport brothers, saying what they're doing. And statistically, nobody's really doing it on a major scale at all, except for maybe, the others, not the brothers. But they'll put that out there. So it's all type of buzzwords that are going around to it. Once again, attack you guys as well as my masculinity. We already know at the end of the day, this is all about stomping out masculinity. And I was just thinking that if Marques had went to another country, went to most countries, and married the same woman, it wouldn't be a batted eye. You ask my wife was 23 when I met her, and Andrea says this. She said, I tried it. I tried to date men my age. She said, I tried to date younger men. She said, I cannot stand them. I don't have time to wait for a man to grow up. My wife says the benefits that I get with being with an older man, I get a chance to learn from his mistakes, so I ain't got to make them same mistakes. See, so in business, I can learn business from him, not why he's building a business, why he has a business. So now that's when she owns this, she acquires this, she's accomplished this. Now she says, babe, I want to just go back to school, get my master's. We're talking about here in Colombia. I want to go back. I say, you got the economic opportunity, you've accomplished your business goals, let's go for it. But with she's a 23-year-old with another 23 or 26-year-old, she 9 times out of 10, she wouldn't have been owning real estate by now. She wouldn't have been talking about long-term life insurance. Not even an hour before you guys came on the show, me and my wife were talking about the value of compound interest. So one of the things we want to teach our children once we start having children is we're going to teach our daughter to be a businesswoman at the same time a traditional woman, because there is a yin and yang that's possible. Not just teaching her to be Miss Independent, I got the money, or just being a traditional woman that can't make no money, but you can take care of a house. So we're teaching our children both. But I say, babe, the other thing I want to teach our children, male and female, whatever we have, is the value of compound interest. Ain't no 27-year-old dude on average talking like this. So my wife is reaping all the benefits. So all these older women that got the baggage and they got the babies and they have all this and they never had any males in their lives that talk like we do, us older men do. These younger women who don't want to be bothered with, they don't realize there are younger women that do not want to be bothered with older women. I call them women that skip the line. You know how you stand in line at the bank or at the football game or at the club, and then I wish I could just get to the front of the line with this waste. There are women that's like, I don't want to waste my time getting smashed by these next 10 dudes. I'm skipping the line and going to the front and getting an older dude who can teach me, direct me, help me. I can learn from his stories and his mistakes, and I ain't got to make them. Why should my wife and other young women sit back and wait to make the mistakes? If it were me, somebody said, what if your daughter wanted to be with somebody younger, older? If that man does for me what I do for my wife, go for it. If my daughter does not like younger men, like my wife cannot, she will friend a younger man, she'll hang out and cool. Hey, we cool. But as far as attraction, hot, you could be the most beautiful, handsome dude there is. My wife, like, she said, I tried it, I can't stomach it. And there are other women in the world like that. So if my daughter says, Dad, I can't take these young dudes, I ain't gonna let them beat my body up like this and then leave me with psychological issues. And I'm a bitter older woman. And by the time I hit 29, Dad, I like older men. They treat me better like you treated mom. And so if my daughter says that, or if my sister said that, I'm down for it, as long as he treats her well, because that's all I care about over the lifetime, not who treats her well, as long as she's being treated well.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, man, everybody gonna have their own opinions, man. We appreciate you for calling in and sharing your thoughts, man. Again, I dropped the link. I dropped the link in the comments. Real quick, if y'all do want to call in and say y'all ones and twos. Listen, man, everybody gonna have their own opinions about this conversation. But again,
what he was saying wasn't wrong, and I don't, like I said, I don't want people to think I feel like the age gap is the issue. I just think sometimes being young, you just don't know no better. You get what I'm saying?
But one thing that I always like, what's the one thing that we always hear, especially from women, is that women mature at a younger age more than men, right? This is what they say, right?
Yeah, I don't believe that either, but yeah.
Women also say they want a man that can teach them something, right? We always hear women say that. Like, you get what I'm saying? So these are things that, you know, obviously, if you're saying that you're more mature, so if you are an 18-year-old, you're saying you're more mature, so that means you probably think that you have the mental capacity of somebody 24, 23, 24, whatever the case is. You know what I mean? If you're saying that you need a man that can teach you something, usually those are going to be men that's older than you. You get what I'm saying? Usually a man that's your age or maybe a little bit younger can't really teach you as much as you would like to be taught in a relationship. You get what I'm saying? So, I mean, listen, man, again, everybody gonna have their own opinions. It's a lot of, I think there's a lot of bitter old women, old single mothers that's very upset with men having standards. And again, I'm not advocating that men go out and grab the nearest fucking 17-year-old or whatever the case is, you know what I'm saying? But men are allowed to have standards. You get what I'm saying? And if they're treating that said woman correctly and they're doing right by them, you know what I mean? Then they're by all means, let them be happy and let them have that standard. You know what I mean? So let me see. Yo. He was. Yo, you there?
Byron the Kid, what up?
What's going on?
What's good?
Yeah,
What's
your thoughts?
Yeah, man. What's your thoughts on this topic, man?
I just think age gap dating is. I just think age gap dating is not a bad thing. It all depends on the situation.
What situation depends on? Yo.
Like if the father's involved, family members, other men who can, you know, vet the man out.
I mean, that's true. Again, if we're speaking from a two-parent household, I mean, that is the job of the father to vet, you know, these men out properly and make sure they're doing right by their daughter. So again, you know, if you do have the consent of, you know, both family members and, you know, you are of age and legal, then yeah, I mean, by all means, you know what I mean, they should be able to explore that option if that's going to be best for their daughter, you know, ultimately, you know what I mean. So That's all you got to say. Oh yeah, I guess so.
I mean, look, all right, look,
that was real quick. Yeah, I agree. Like, you know what I'm saying, like, yo.
I don't know their situation. So by me assuming, I'ma just acknowledge and hold myself accountable and say I'm wrong, right? I think I'm basing the fact that I have so many young women in my family. We all know I got like 11 sisters.
Do you?
And I have a daughter, I have a lady. So I mean, like, and I'm the oldest of my sisters. So
shout out to your sisters.
Yo, shut up. For real, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm protective. You get what I'm saying? I think once a man hides the fact that he's older, and let's say he's taking my sister out. She's 16, 17, and he's Marques' age. If you hiding that shit, or if you're not checking in with the family, or she's hiding that shit, I think that's where I don't give a fuck what nobody say. I'm definitely taking that shit personal. I think you preying on a younger female, and we gonna have some problems.
Yeah, I mean that's fair, man. Yeah, and I totally understand where you're coming from when you made the the remarks that you made. Like I get it. You get what I'm saying, but I'm just gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. Yeah. He proves to me otherwise that he is doing X, Y, and Z, or he did manipulate her. Then we could come back and revisit this conversation. But to jump the conclusions, to me at least, you know what I mean, can't necessarily.
I'm holding him to the same standard I held Elvis to at the same.
Yeah, that's fair. Yo,
what's up, gentlemen? What's going on?
You know, same. What's your thoughts on this whole Marques Houston situation?
Okay, a couple of things, and it's going to be very, very blunt and plain. I have a friend whose daughter is around the same age, right? And the way she was tracking as a younger person, as a kid, we thought she was going to be like the next Kamala Harris. Like, that was the way she was being raised, right? Come and find out that my friend had some, marital issues, and then this girl who I saw. Now she's the same young age as this young woman that we're talking about with Marques Houston. Allegedly, she's with some criminal, right? So we got to be honest about either this woman is making a certain move with Marques Houston, is probably a millionaire or certainly successful with his BK2 days, right? Either that's a bad decision, or there's her age all day long who are marrying or getting knocked up by gangbangers and all kinds of stuff. So I want black folks to start to look at this stuff more open-minded and clear as to what exactly is going on. I think Marques is affiliated with the Jehovah's Witnesses. Once you have religion mixed up with this, there are a number of religious folks, whether it's Jewish people, whether it's certain Catholics. There are certain religions. When it's under that umbrella of religion, they get involved. It's a little different than just walking off the street and you marry someone who's younger. I'm not saying it's for everybody, but globally, no one would be taking a look at this. Globally, this is highly acceptable. And again, what's worse? Because we see 90-year-olds screwing up royally. This woman can have her family do everything she needs to do and become a quote-unquote modern woman, when she's 30, get her graduate degree. She can still do everything right on point versus waiting to be 30 and no one's looking at you. So we have to look at it a little bit more concretely.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. But again, were people saying the same thing in 2000 when Jay-Z was dating Beyonce? Jay-Z was 31 at that time. Beyonce was 19. You get what I'm saying? So were people saying the same thing about Jay-Z? You know what I mean? Like, I can't remember that far back. Like, I don't know. Let us know in the comments. You know what I mean? And look at them now. Married for X amount of years. Both successful. Obviously had their up and downs, but currently they seem like they're happy. Like, you know what I mean? So again, there is a right and wrong way, I think, to go about that process. I think obviously you should make sure both parents are involved in that process, and obviously make sure that they're of legal age, before you do that. But again, he's not saying anything that men with value or men with options haven't been saying. Like, you know, they want women that are younger. They
True.
want women that are fertile. They want women that are more attractive. They want women that don't come with baggage and all this mental trauma. And again, I understand men do come with that baggage as well. But obviously, men are the gatekeepers of relationship and marriage. Obviously, women are the gatekeepers of sex and you know, who in childbirth. You know what I mean? So he's not saying anything that men of his college aren't saying. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that the reason that Jay-Z didn't get a lot of pushback is because Beyonce was also successful, so they knew that if she was in a relationship with this man, that it wasn't because he was, financially stable. It was just because she genuinely wanted to be there.
No, because she was already overly sexualized, and I think a lot of people didn't really truly know her age.
Well, look, I don't think
people didn't really truly know Hove age, and be honest.
Yeah, both. That's what I'm saying. Either way, we thought I didn't think they was close in age, right? I didn't think they was that far.
Well, that's another thing too. When you look at Marques Houston, we don't want to have this conversation, but many brothers are actually aging better. So Marques Houston doesn't look awkward with a 19-year-old woman. He looks right on target visually. It's not really offsetting. And another thing is, look, we see young women are actively pursuing older guys. True. The worst thing to be right now is a younger cat under 25, maybe even under 30 in some respects, because the sisters ain't even really checking for young guys because they don't have anything. Their knowledge isn't up to base. That their lyrics aren't that great. You know, it's just a lot of it. You can kind of see as a guy that is over 35. When I look at younger cats, I see that kind of awkwardness in them. They can't speak straight, right? You know, and then they're also coming from female matriarchal situations. So I'm actually, I can even tell. Just I came from a 2-parent household. I'm not putting it out there to brag or anything, but you can kind of see in cats today more than even years ago. I can see cats that act a little not gay or anything. I'm not going to go to that extreme, but I could tell that you were raised by a mother. So when women pick up on that, these women are actively pursuing older men. They've been doing it for years. If you are a college person, college women aren't even dating college guys. They're going to the next level. You're in high school, they're going to the college guys. They're not looking for men their own age. They find men, older men, attractive. I had women pursue me that were really young, you know, legally, but when you look and say, damn, you know, does she know how old I am? She's with it. I'm not, you know, they're putting it out there. So I mean, it's more, and also we got to talk about this kind of lack of accountability where you see older women pursuing younger men. That's okay for some reason. That's on the table. Erykah Badu and all these other people, and even some of these, you know, high school teachers and principals, you know, that we're seeing more molestation in quotes from older women than you would have thought many years ago. You don't even see the face of molestation in the 21st century as a man, really. You see these older women who are not held accountable. They don't do any. Didn't someone get knocked up recently, and that woman didn't do any jail time? And actually, that young man might actually be put on child support. Come on, man.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That is crazy, man. But man, we appreciate you for calling in, man. Definitely appreciate what you had to say.
Always, man. I'm going to support you, cats, man. And yeah, believe me, you know what you're doing and what you're saying is having an effect. You know, I wouldn't say I'm a manosphere. I'm probably manosphere adjacent, but I like what's going on. I like the fact that young men, black men, are actually starting to speak up and kind of just putting it out there. So, salute to you, brothers, man. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Listen, I do want to share this screen real quick. This is the age of consent by country, and this is 2023. Like, you know what I'm saying, which is crazy because Nigeria age of consent.
Oh my god!
Like Japan, 13, like 13. You got it starts at 11, and then this gradually just keeps going up, obviously, and then then you get to the 16. Well, we still on the 15. Like United Kingdom 16.
Motherfuckers is disgusting, bro.
Ukraine 16. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it depends. And then, over here in Pakistan, Iran, you must be married. Like, you know what I mean? So that's a whole different situation. But this is not nothing new. I'm not saying it's
Where's
right.
the US at?
The US is the legal age of consent, I think, is
17.
Let me see.
I think you just passed it.
Oh yeah, 16. What the fuck? When the fuck did that happen?
I don't know. Like last thing I seen that it was what you call it was 17, but motherfuckers be changing that shit. I don't know. But listen, it is what it is, man. More of the story, man. Shit, everybody gonna have their own opinions about this topic, and
blessings to their marriage. I'm not. I think even the religion part, like, and I'm not coming at nobody religion or whatever the case may be, but this pastors out here asking kids to suck their tongue, bro. So I mean, like,
I thought you was gonna say some other shit. I'll be honest with you, bro.
I'm saying, I just saw a pastor ask the kid to suck his tongue. You get what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck.
And they said it was a joke.
Yeah, he popes out here smashing little boys, bro. Get me out of here, bro. Take us off.
Yeah, I guess. Yo, RJ said I met my white parents and grandparents before we got serious. Most countries' families are involved, married a year later, and not moving to the States.
Oh, shout out to Andre and Andrea, man.
Yeah, shout out to y'all, man.
Anyway, man,
and their names are similar. Shout out to that too.
We gonna get the fuck up out of here. Again, new episode tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure y'all join that membership, man, because we got that 100-year-old Chinese kitty looking pretty. Y'all gonna definitely have to tune in for that one. We got a lot of behind the scenes footage.
I think it was looking pretty. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I mean, we was talking about a lot of good topics in there, man. Obviously, they was back on a sassy man apocalypse agenda. Fellas, we out here. We can't do nothing out here. Everything is sassy. You know what I mean? And we did confirm Ace is part of the sassy. You know what I mean? The sassy gang. Like, you know what I mean? Like all 2023. Like, what nigga got sassy gang. Like,
tell me that's not fire though. That's not.
It'd been fire if it was for something else. It'd been fire. You can doing it like it's a TikTok trend. Fuck out of here.
Sassy 23 out here. You know what I mean?
Yo, and on that episode, which I really want y'all to look at, is because me, Ace, and Eli we held men accountable, and yet women still defend drug dealers, scammers, and
they said they responsible, bro. Like, we try to get too much away though. Yo, Eli, you gotta
watch that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you slacking with the clips, man. Or the preview.
I am slacking, man. Like, I could play a clip, but
you could give them the what's the name?
The trailer shit.
Yeah, the sneak.
Let me see. Matter of fact, let me see if I can find that, man, real quick, man.
I just want to shout out to my boy King Confidence. He in the building. You know what I'm saying? Knicks all day. You know what I'm saying? The Knicks doing anything.
You said Knicks all day.
Mm-hmm. You already know.
All day what?
Come on, bro. You almost got a team, bro. Shut up. Nigga was a fucking left. Nigga, that shirt was a Brooklyn shirt. That nigga put tie dye on it so it wouldn't be black no more.
Yeah, he try to blame Miami and
I can't. I'm trying to look for this video, so I ain't really trying to say nothing right.
Nigga looking like South Beach on a dark night. Nigga, like, yo, but shout out to the Lakers though, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. We lost last night, but it's all good. Yeah, shit.
Yeah.
Yo, you wear the Knicks hat. Y'all got spanked the other day. I ain't gonna.
You let Dylan Brooks violate you with 12 points. Come on.
Whoa. What? Bro, I got spanked by like 30, bro. At least he get spanked, bro. Come on, man. Stop. We're not gonna compare the Knicks and the Lakers. We're not gonna do that.
We still both 1-1.
Yeah, but I mean, we got them things. I mean,
what things y'all got?
The things.
Nigga, your name Klay Thompson. Nigga, talk about the current events. Nigga, talk about the past. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, if we compare franchises, we still won last time before the Knicks. Like, we compare franchises.
I mean, that is true. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Go the last time your franchise won, Eli.
Which one?
Edit them, nigga. Fucking talk about.
The Heat won when the Heat won in 010.
Oh, now you're a Heat fan.
2006.
Now I'm going. I said which one, so I'm naming the names. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so listen, man. I'm uploading this video right now. I'm about to play this shit, man. Like,
okay. Nah, I don't live in LA, man. I'm just a Lakers fan. I grew up watching Kobe. You know what I mean? That's my favorite player all the time, man.
Nigga say you live in LA.
From Brooklyn, though. You know what I mean? I thought.
I got the video, man. I'm about to. This is kind of like a trailer of the episode with Kitty that y'all could, if y'all remember, make sure you hit that membership, man, because y'all don't know, man. I might just drop random shit on there. Like I don't know. I'll just be waking up sometimes and be like, yo,
you got some crazy behind the scenes on the wall.
So I'm about to play this.
I didn't think y'all was gonna attack us the way y'all did. Definitely attacked us.
Yo, that stand up at the end though, God damn, man.
Stand up, like Jew, don't say nothing. Don't say nothing, Jew. You know what I mean? Just stay quiet. Yo, man. Anyway, man, make sure y'all join our membership. You know what I mean? We're gonna have more behind the scenes.
11 a.m. man, tune in.
I mean, we're gonna see. Make sure y'all be in the chats with us, man. We be talking to y'all in the chats.
And let us know if we attacked them. I don't think we attacked them. I think we just kept.
Yeah, I don't know which game. Like I didn't think we attacked them at all. Like, you know what I'm saying, but shit, that's. I'm about to change.
Except for it was talking about
when they was defending motherfucking drug dealers and crack dealers.
Yeah. Tune in, man. 11 a.m. man.